Let's play! Whoa! Hello there, ladies and gentlemen! You all may call me Pharaoh, and welcome to another stream of the Great Ace Attorney. I am joined with the ever lovely and talented
Skinny Minnie, hi.
There she is. But yeah, what are we doing today? We're starting episode 3, is that correct?
Yes, that is very correct.
Alright, because I lost my train of thought immediately off the damn gate here, but that is entirely okay. So, let's just go?
Yes. I'm on the episode select. Do I need to click it again?
Well, that's what I'm going to right now. Episode 1, episode
okay.
2, episode 3. We're beginning the adventure of the Runaway Room. Click on the beginning. You ready?
Yes.
3, 2, 1, clack.
Go.
Oh, no, wait a minute.
Oh.
There's yes. 3, 2, 1. Wait.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, shit, I didn't click it. How the hell did I miss something that simple? Like, I clicked my damn mouse so hard, it went all the way down. That's like,
God.
well
記
done.
録を読み返すと、あれは19世紀の終わり、厳しい冬のことだった。
You know, who is writing or saying this?
事件は霧深い深夜
Because
のロン
it
ドンの
happened in
街
the
路
second
をひた
case
走る
too.
乗り合い馬車の中で起こった。
Oh well.
馬車には被害者と容疑者の両名のみ、複数の人間がその事件を目撃した。一体誰が想像しただろうか。この単純極まりない事件があのような恐ろしい結末を迎えることになろうとは。我が友シャーロック・ホームズはあの事件を振り返ってこう言った。思えばあの事件こそは序曲だったのかもしれないね。
It's Watson.
忘れなきゃあの日本人留学生と演じた長い
He still doesn't know, does he?
I don't think so.
Well, now we got a black screen. What's Choo Choo? Aww.
すごい。これって本当に駅なのでしょうか。
He does have a deeper voice.
駅
Damn.
にせよ違うにせよこれほどの建造物は見たことがございませんね。
蒸気機関車があんなにたくさん。なんなんだこの国は。
Sugoi!
Oh, she's so cute.
Brian's Coco. I want some of that Coco.
なんだか夢みたいです。
これが大英帝国のデータ。
どうあんたたち
はい。
乗りなよ。どこへだって連れて行ってやるぜ。
それでは官庁街の強盗本院へお願いします。
いいとも。あんたたち最近流行りの留学生ってやつかい？そうかい。それなら楽しんでいってくれよな。ようこそ世界の中心大英帝国の帝都ロンドンへ。
So we're gonna completely ignore the fact that everybody in London can apparently speak perfect Japanese. It's like, oh, you know, they're in London. Because we make jokes saying that Ace Attorney takes place in Japanifornia.
Yeah.
So what would it be here? Lundafa. What the hell's wrong with me?
Lundafa.
Lundafa.
No.
That sounds like some ghetto ass cleaner you could buy from Dollar Tree. Let me get some Lundafa.
Japan.
Wait, Pharaoh, hide. Why? What? Oh, hi, Binks. I did say we're not gonna be interactive in chat, but apparently there was something I had to watch out for. Hope you're all having a wonderful day, by the way. Oh, let's just continue here.
All right, the Chief Justice.
Hold on. Well, Danny. Well, she gets her words correct. It is coming from a professional voice actor.
Shut up.
And it's okay. I mean, you know how I am when I talk. You know, it ain't anything
Specific.
Yeah. It just ain't good.
Nope. Okay. The High Court of Justice, Chief Justice's office.
Oh, shoot.
Ooh, this gives me the DLC of Spirit of Justice vibes.
It does, actually. Oh, okay. What an impressively huge room.
How do I put this? The ambiance here is incredibly overwhelming. It's almost suffocating.
It almost feels like a stronghold.
It has been decades since Japan opened its doors to the world. As of late, stone buildings are becoming commonplace in our own country as well, but the awe of seeing the real thing up close is completely different, isn't it? Everything here feels alien compared to the houses made of wood and paper in Japan.
Oh my god, if that's the case, I'd be like Godzilla if I lived in Japan there. I'd be tearing down those homes on accident. It's like, honey, I'm home. Oh, I ripped another hole in the floor. It's okay.
Sorry.
Ah, you're right about everything feeling alien, but I'm pretty sure there's more to it than just a difference of our country's architecture. So, what is this place?
We are at the British Empire's High Court of Justice. This is the Lord Chief's Justice office.
Lord Chief Justice. I see. Is it Lord Daddy? Sorry, that's my new thing. Cause you know, like Binks and I were recording Apollo Justice.
Mm-hmm.
You remember Volant?
Mm-hmm.
You know he calls us Lord Daddy.
He does?
He called Phoenix Lord Daddy. And
Ooh.
yeah, that's what I was like, oh, and now my nickname is Lord Daddy Cloud Hands.
Oh yeah, cause you.
So, all hail Lord Daddy Cloud Hands.
Oh no. Oh, that's me.
Yep.
Had all gone according to plan, our country's exchange students would have come here to report their arrival today.
But Asogi's gone now.
God.
Yes. Yes, he is. As such, all that we can do now is play the role of emissaries. 2 emissaries sent to report Kazuma's death and nothing more.
Emissaries, huh?
Once these emissaries pass on their message, they must promptly return home.
Return home? Wait, just like that?
In other words, in order for us to remain in this country,
I would have to become the substitute law exchange student, correct?
yes, the exchange student must have the qualifications to be an attorney as well.
An attorney. Right. No pressure then.
In the British Empire, it appears that attorneys are appointed by the Lord Chief Justice himself. Here and now, you must be appointed as such. That is the only chance we have to stay in the Great British Empire.
Can I really do this?
Okay, Mr. Helicopter guy, can you go away?
Oh.
He's flying really low, and I can
You know, it's weird because I haven't heard helicopters by my area in a little while.
It's been happening at least once a week, though, on my end.
Crazy times we live in. Ooh, wait, who's this? Ah, my friends, I've kept you waiting.
Oh.
Oh, hell no. Why the hell you look like Damon
Why
Gant?
you like Gant?
Oh, hell.
So, you're the bad guy.
Right? He just screams evil. Wait, is he the guy on my stream layout? No.
No.
That is not evil Edgeworth.
No.
I don't know what a voice to do this. We might have to...
Give him Gant's voice.
With no accent?
Try with the accent.
I can't. I'm already thinking. I don't think I can physically can. Oh, you want to take it over then?
I can't do Gant's voice like you can.
I'll just do his regular Gant voice.
Okay.
No accent. Your journey across the broad ocean from the Empire Japan must have been quite arduous.
Oh.
My apologies. It seems I am 1 hour, 12 minutes, and 47 seconds late to our agreed time. Oh, no, there's nothing to apologize about. We both love standing here vacantly, just like statues. That is good to hear, bitch. Don't you snap your fingers at me. I am the Lord Chief Justice of the British Empire, Heart Vortex.
Okay.
That's a name.
That is a name.
Wow, the aura he's giving off is incredible.
Naruhodo, this is where you stand firm.
It's an honor to meet you, Lord Chief Justice Vortex, my lord. I hail from the Empire of Japan. My name is Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Master Naruhodo. Welcome to London, capital of England. My country cordially welcomes your arrival. Thank you very much. Well then.
Okay.
I'm tempted to examine, but should we just talk?
Yeah, I don't... What are those things called? Like, because Elias has that thing too. Like, it's not a necklace, but I remember reading about it, and I can't remember what it's called.
You mean the... Bolo!
Yes, a bolo. Yeah, a bolo. It looks like it's an upside-down skull.
It does. I mean, come on. We're not... I mean, obviously we don't want any spoilers or anything here, but... Yeah, I mean, you know, this screams bad man. You know? It doesn't matter he's a Lord Chief Justice. That'll mean crap. Anyway.
Right.
Let's talk first. Or should we examine? I don't know which one I'd like to do.
Let's talk first, because what if, like, we try to examine and it's like, what are you doing? You're like, oh, sorry.
Alright. Imperial Capital. So, what is your impression of our capital, London? Huh? Well, oh, the cat's got my tongue. I've been so nervous I can't remember even a single thing.
I must say, sir, it's been truly wonderful.
Oh?
I have seen the city of London whilst riding on the coach from the railway station. Everything has been so overwhelming, so impressive. Words can't describe my awe.
That is good to hear. The railways, water, gas, and communication conduits stretching across the city. They're all state-of-the-art technology. No visitor has ever failed to notice the beauty.
Yes, indeed. I noticed it all.
Wow. You really saved me, Sasato. I'm glad you're here.
Plus, the people of the city are so bright and happy. It's downright infectious.
Agreed. London's been booming as of late, and as we're currently preparing for the coming World's Fair. World's Fair? Oh, you mean like the Exposition Universelle? Quite.
Oh.
Now bend over while I spank your bottom with this cane. Quite. The fruits of all the world's culture and artistry are to be gathered and exhibited here. But you can expect it to eclipse that Parisian trifle. It shall be the greatest World's Fair of all.
Oh.
A World's Fair! Oh, this is grander than I could have ever imagined. I'm just in awe.
That emotion is perfectly apt to describe all of our great nation's capital, London. He's definitely confident about this. From the oriental land of the rising sun to the great empire which the sun never sets. Except at night. It's nothing short of fate that you would journey here.
Oh, it's a lawnmower, not a. Oh, okay.
I mean, oh, you know what? Yeah, even today they started cutting grass and they woke my ass up. Trying to sleep. Trying to sleep. It's like, please.
Dang.
I stayed up late playing Dragon Quest XI, please. Like an adult that I am. Anyway, let's talk about the exchange law student.
Yes.
Lord Chief Justice Vortex? Regarding the law exchange student, as I recall, Kazuma Sogi was his name? Huh? Oh, yes, sir. Our government has already learned about the incident via telegram. He lost his life on board a steamship, excuse me. A steam shit is what you get after a, Taco Bell. He lost his life on board a steamship en route to the Great British Empire, I am told. I should have guessed that he'd already know about it. My country expresses our deepest condolences to yours. Oh, thank you very much. But surely you didn't travel all this way just to inform me of his death.
We did. We come today as emissaries from the Empire of Japan to report his death.
I've heard that your country heavily values politeness. I see that to be true. However, I truly regret to say, since the attorney is dead, we have no other option than to halt the student exchange.
Please, wait!
What is it that you need, young lady?
There is something that Ryunosuke Naruhodo here would like to say regarding that matter.
And I really do feel a Brian Mathis should be doing the voice of Vortex.
Yes.
Right, we need his, what did we call it?
Sex butter?
Sex butter. Wow, that is lube. I mean, I'm sorry. That is exactly what it is. I shouldn't be talking about this anyway. Master Naruhodo. Here it comes! The moment of truth! My lord, would it be possible to find some way to continue the exchange process? Of course, our country desires the very same. However, as long as your country's attorney is absent, nothing can be done about it. Then, what if our country could provide another attorney? What a strange thing to say. Huh? Per the plans, your country should have only sent us a single attorney. An attorney by the name of Kazuma Sogi. That is all I've heard of the matter. About that? Oh, this is bad. I can't allow myself to make any outrageous remarks in front of the Lord Chief Justice.
Naruhodo?
I could mess everything up if I don't choose my words carefully. What do I do? Our country has another attorney ready. And that attorney is...
Sasato!
Just throw her under the damn bus. Alright. I guess it's me.
Me.
I will be the attorney! Ha! You will. I'll be honest, I'm not qualified for the job. Oh, damn it, Ryunosuke! You don't say that! Not qualified. And yet you still call yourself an attorney. But I've stood in court as an attorney before. It was just once, though.
Oh, shut up.
And Asogi was helping me, and I was the defendant too. I studied as much as I could for our arrival in the Great British Empire. On the SS Eclair, I studied this country's law and its trials. The voyage here is about 50 days. That's some light studying, if you can even call it that. If you want to qualify as an attorney in Britain, you would need not only a law degree, but also multiple years of practice in an inn of court. I know it's far too short of time to learn everything, but I can't just turn tail and run home now. Not like this. Asogi's journey had only just begun. I came to the British Empire to carry on his will. I know I seem like I'm getting in over my head with saying this, but I'll take care of any evaluation necessary if it means being recognized as an attorney. Please, I just need one chance. I beg of you. 31 seconds, I see. What? That was how long your appeal took, Master Naruhodo. Not too short, not too long. It was a perfectly moderate appeal.
Oh, this is gonna be his thing.
An attorney needs that kind of intuition. Thank you. I'll assess your worth with an evaluation. After all, I always enjoy a good show. Huh? Let's make one thing clear, Master Naruhodo. Sir! You want to carry on Asogi's will. Is that the absolute truth?
Yeah?
Yes! That's what I promised to do, yes. I see. I can't help but wonder, why did his expression change like that? Very well. As you wish, I will give you one chance. One evaluation, which decides if you become a specially appointed attorney. Accept or refuse. Really, sir? Okay.
Okay.
What's the evaluation? So, what would this evaluation consist of? I ask of you, Master Naruhodo, what is an attorney's job? Well, that would be to stand in court and plead your client's case, of course. Exactly. Therefore, why don't we have you do just that? What? Nani? Oh, sorry, a little Japanese spilled out there. This is perfect timing. Conveniently, there's a trial set to start today. But no one has stepped up to accept the defense, so we've been at a loss. It's
going to start today?
If you obtain a full acquittal in this trial, you pass. You couldn't find a more simple evaluation, could you? That's true, but could you stop whining this stupid shit? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Naruhodo, calm your ass.
Are you okay?
No, that's Naruhodo. That's not me.
Oh, okay.
Could you perhaps divulge some details about this trial?
Just goes right back to it. Yeah, it doesn't take that long to wind it, but... Excuse me. Alright. As I recall, it was... Ah, right. Finally, a year later. A murder case. Oh, what a surprise!
Murder?
Come now, it's a simple case. There's no way to lose.
Oh my god.
I don't know about that, sir. You hear that music in the background? It sounds very,
Yeah.
He says it so nonchalantly. However, you should be aware that in the worst case scenario, if your defendant happens to be found guilty, he won't be able to avoid his condemnation. Condemnation. Wait, you mean a death penalty? In our great British Empire, murder is punishable by hanging.
Oh yeah. Oh.
I do expect the books you read on your voyage revealed at least this much.
Who would approve of such a dangerous evaluation? That's nothing more than playing games with the defendant's life.
I, the Lord Chief Justice Danny Cloudhands, approved it myself. Would you still call it a game knowing that? What? That's insane! There's no need to overthink it. All you have to do is avoid defeat. My defense will determine the fate of the defendant? And if I fail him, it's death by hanging. Master Naruhodo, you call yourself an attorney. Yeah. Thus, you must show your resolve, along with your intent to succeed your dearest friend's will. I hope you can show me the strength of your resolve. My resolve? What now? What now? I don't know how to talk. You don't have anything to say?
Excuse me.
You're excused. I'm sorry to say this, but there isn't much time until the trial begins. If you're going to do it, you have to commit to it now. What will you do? What am I supposed to say to such a bizarre proposal? Kiss my ass, I'm going back to Japan? I mean, no, well...
Yeah, we pretty much have no choice.
Yeah. It's one of those, but thou must! Then I politely... No, it's so good, I can't get the words out! 15 seconds. There's an issue of how long you took to make your decision. This is yet another important qualification. Yes, this is just as I had thought. Huh? Ultimately, this is what your gallant resolve amounts to. I withdraw my offer of evaluation. Thank you for your report. I shall arrange a boarding ticket for tomorrow. You would do well to return to the Far East. I understand. I'm grateful for the opportunity you gave me, Lord Chief Justice.
Naruhodo.
I'm so sorry, Susato.
There's no need to apologize. I understand your decision, of course.
You do?
In these circumstances, your decision of whether you will stand as an attorney or not. For you, Naruhodo, this question has nothing to do with the matter of resolve.
What do you mean by that? As I, hit my cane in my palm. It's definitely true that I want to be an attorney no matter what it costs me. But even then, there's no excuse for me to talk about resolve and act as if it justifies risking a defendant's life. That's my opinion on the matter. To the client, their child means a lot more than some evaluation. I believe that an attorney fights for the client's sake each time they stand in court. But from the client's point of view, their trial is a single crucial battle that will decide their fate. I don't think I'm qualified to handle that battle. Thank you for your time, Lord Chief Justice Vortex. Please excuse us. Wait, Master Naruhodo. Yes? What is it? Traveling from here to the Old Bailey typically takes about 20 minutes by coach. If you leave immediately, you should make it there in time. But just so you're aware, what I told you earlier was no joke. There truly isn't a single soul who is willing to stand as the accused defense. What? Should this keep up, the courts will proceed in the absence of an attorney. And if that happens, there can be no doubt whatsoever that there is nothing at the end of that tunnel but the worst possible conclusion. That's absurd! And yet, its verity is undeniable.
How could such a situation be allowed to happen?
I suggest you do not assume that all of your inquiries will be provided with a reply. Ooh, I want to use that from now on. If I don't want to answer a question. Oh, that's great. In any case, the only individual with the potential to change the defendant's fate at this point is none other than you. I can say that with the utmost certainty. But that's... Now then, may I ask you a question, young miss?
Huh? Yes, what is it?
Under these new circumstances, should one decide to stand as an attorney, or else decline? Personally speaking, I believe that choice would indeed be a matter of the individual's resolve. I apologize if you guys hear my phone. I do not have it on silent for a reason. I need to check up on stuff. We will have to end our talk here. It's about time for our conference. I must depart in 2 minutes and 16 seconds. And with that, please enjoy yourselves in London to your heart's content. Watch out for Jack the Ripper.
He left.
The Old Bailey, huh?
If we are to go, we ought to depart at once.
Well... Can we talk to her?
Yeah, she only got one thing called consult.
Yeah, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, you know, we have a partner in a game and you basically talk to them to see what you need to do next.
Mm-hmm.
So is there a purpose, or should we still talk to her?
Oh, we can go to the Old Bailey.
Let's examine first, actually, for the hell of it.
Okay.
I'm clicking on the statue on the left, or the suit of armor, I should say. Sasato, if you have a minute... What the hell? I was just wondering...
I'm ready to unleash a Susato toss, you know.
I can see that.
Naruhodo, even as we speak, the trial's appointed hour draws ever closer. Now is not the time for you to be thrown around by me.
Okay. I'm not gonna make jokes. I think she means that we should be rushing to the courtroom right now.
We can talk once we arrive.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we can't examine anything. Yeah, I did want to say something about, like, it is kind of cool how it's like he's living inside a clock tower. But I'm thinking of, oh my god, his name's escaping me. What's the villain's name in Sly Cooper?
Clockwork.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Clockwork.
That series needs to come back hard.
Oh, it did. Sly 4 was good, but then it left you kind of on a cliffhanger.
I never actually... Sly 4 was for the PS3, right?
Yes.
I never played that one.
I want to, but PS4 doesn't have any backwards compatibility. I could play it on the, you know, the PlayStation Store, but I'm like, I'm not paying $20 a month to do that.
Yeah, it's something. Speaking of PlayStation, you guys see that new, the PlayStation 5 controller? The DualSense?
It looks like a robot.
I personally like it. The thing is, I like the two-tone because to me, I see the possibilities of, like, awesome color combinations.
Yeah.
So, I like it. Anyway.
It feels very, I don't know, feels weird to me. But, I mean, it's a cool design. I just think the colors are weird.
It is a little jarring. I do think that if they kept it all black, it would be kind of cool. Or maybe if they inversed it, maybe. But all that I keep thinking about is that if that's the default color, it's two-tone, it makes you wonder how the console is going to look like. So, we'll see. Let's go ahead and move to the Old Bailey. What is it? A grand store courtroom where the major criminal trials of London are held. This is where my evaluation as an attorney will take place. Excuse me.
Oh, sorry, that's me. I was just looking at it like, oh, this is cool.
No, I just got there myself, so you're good.
Okay.
There's still 15 minutes left until the trial. We've managed to make it in time.
I had no idea coaches could run so fast. I thought I was going to bite my tongue off.
That reminds me of a line from the stories of Sherlock Holmes. Good coachman, an extra guinea for you if you get us there in 5 minutes. Our coachman must have been offered a similar incentive considering how fast we were going.
Having to pay in exchange for a near-death experience doesn't really feel like a fair trade.
However, we did arrive before the beginning of the trial, yes?
Yeah, you're right.
I must say, though, this is quite strange. We should have been able to meet with the defendant once we arrived. I have spoken with the bailiffs, but the defendant is nowhere to be found.
I have a feeling
About
who our
what?
defendant may be.
Already? Oh God, no.
If it is, I'll be like, I got some questions.
Oh God. So this is the Old Bailey's defendant lobby.
Is something the matter, Naruhodo?
Well, the atmosphere here is so tense. It's no different from our own country's Supreme Court. The feeling is the crushing anxiety of someone who's about to be judged. I can recognize it since I just experienced it myself not too long ago.
I am sure it is a feeling of deep hopelessness.
Oh my, you two over there.
Hello?
I don't know. I don't.
What? What?
I want to give him a really bad Cockney accent.
I guess. Well, he seems rich and proper. I don't think he would.
Right. Oh, I don't know. I can't do these voices well. How did the Mad Hatters actually sound? I just quickly looked at chat.
In
in the animated series.
Disney.
Oh, I was actually thinking the Batman villain. But actually, how did he sound like in Alice in Wonderland?
He kind of had a lisp like this.
Okay, you're doing his voice. Unless you can't keep up with that voice. It's I'm just messing with you.
Okay. Okay. I don't know. Do you want me to do that with the Mad Hatter voice from Disney, or should I do like Willy Wonka? Come with me, and you'll see.
In a world of pure imagination, I kill children while I just stared. Seriously, what the hell's wrong with that movie? Like, I keep thinking back to that tunnel. Acid trip. There's what the what is wrong? Yeah, I'm sorry. Just
you're right there. You okay? You need a minute?
I love that movie, but the entire time I'm saying, what is this shit? Like, because it's like this is nightmare fuel, especially that night that tunnel scene.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
I'll do his voice if you want.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. You came all the way here. I could tell you two must have your own fair share of troubles.
Huh?
Those impassive, almost blank faces bring to mind the people of the Orient.
Well, the two of us come from Japan.
Oh, Oh, yes, I understand. Well, say no more then. So, how much will it be?
Well, we're just...
Oh, no, I understand fully. I can sympathize with your situation. Oh, the despair of being in a foreign land with nowhere to eat, sleep, and penniless too.
Right. It's true that we haven't really decided on a place to stay, but... Ah.
Oh, that's kind of creepy.
It is. I don't like that.
That is all right. Anyway, 1,000 guineas? Don't say a word, my friend. Take them.
Okay.
1,000 guineas?
What's the matter, Sasato? You were really loud just now.
1,000 guineas would be... That's enough to erect a mansion in the wealthiest neighborhoods of Tokyo.
I'll show... Never mind.
So I knew you were gonna... Oh my god.
Listen, I'm easy to please in like, in terms of that. That didn't sound right whatsoever. I meant in terms of like joking, you know, like to make me happy. I should shut my ass up right now. I'm making this worse and worse and worse. What?
This is nothing. Despite appearances, I am prepared for unexpected troubles. I have enough assets in reserve to buy London 2 or perhaps even 3 times over.
What kind of unexpected troubles are you imagining? Anyway, we can't simply accept that much money.
Oh.
3D! Whoa! He just threw me in the... He hit me in the face with that coin!
Bastard? Of course, I'm not just handing this money over to you for free.
Bitch, and take it back. I don't want it.
I just have one simple request.
Huh?
Oh, honestly, it's quite embarrassing for me to say this, but... You see, my trial is about to begin.
Oh, shit.
Oh, God.
Huh?
Therefore, I have a proposal. I would request that you stand by my side in court. As my attorney, yes?
Huh? But we...
Oh, no. It will be fine. All I need is for you to just stand there. After all, at this rate, my trial will proceed without the need of an attorney.
Excuse me. Oh, I should have known. What the Lord Chief Justice said was true after all.
Excuse me, do pardon me, but could you possibly be the defendant of this trial?
Oh my. Could it be? You do not know of me? Me, the great celebrity of London?
Gordon Ramsay, is that you? It's raw! Wait, was that?
Nothing, I was laughing.
Oh. Right. You see, we just only arrived in London this morning.
Now I see. I suppose that does make sense. Over near Hyde Park, there is a second public park which I find rather beautiful.
A park, sir?
Yes, Megundal Park. In spring, lovely flowers bloom and the birds sing. It was born from my humble donations, you see.
What? You mean you funded the park?
A capital where smiles never cease. That is my dream. I, Cosney Megundal? Megundal.
Oh, because it's named after him. Okay.
Oh, okay. I, Cosney Megundal, will never fail to fight for that ideology.
That's amazing. You know, honestly, you're incredibly admirable.
And despite all my generosity, they to call me, Cosney Megundal, of all people, a criminal. The almighty London police are but a shadow of their former glory. Don't you agree?
You want some McDonald's? you want
You
some...
want some chicken nuggies?
You want some Burger King? You want a Whopper Jr.? He's hyperventilating now.
At any rate, Naruhodo. Shall we introduce ourselves while the defendant is busy hyperventilating?
Let's do that. Mr. McGundle, sir? I want to say Grundle, and that's not right.
I know, me too.
Oh, my Grundle. Mr. McGundle, sir? The truth is, we traveled to this great British Empire, to London, so that we could study the law. As law exchange students. And if you have no attorney, if you'd like, maybe we could...
Well, yes, haven't we been discussing that very favor? Stand by my side and you shall receive 1,000 guineas!
Keep talking to me like that, you'll be receiving 1,000 slaps. He says that, but something feels strangely off about this.
Yeah. Oh, yes, I understand.
Huh?
Perhaps this is what you're thinking right now. This fishy Briton won't stop bragging about all of his money. If he has so much money, why doesn't he have a competent defense lawyer? Naturally, this suspicious Briton is without a doubt guilty. Isn't that right?
Huh? Well, you see... Does it matter what we say here?
I don't know.
Yeah, ugh.
I don't want to lie.
Me neither, but... Should we choose the first one?
Yeah, why not?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm thinking.
Oh, my!
Endgame. Bloop. After all, you're so very rich, but not a single person will bother to help you? Obviously, you must have done it.
That's quite a bold accusation you're making there, my good Oriental friend.
I'm very sorry. You see, I'm not yet accustomed to English due to the lack of practice. Compliments and insults got mixed up somehow.
If you ask me, those insults felt too coherent to be considered an accident.
I'm really, really sorry.
Well, I wouldn't fault you for thinking that anyway.
But I must say, I am honestly curious. Why don't you have an attorney yet?
It is because of the bringer of death, the Grim Reaper of the Old Bailey.
What?
I'm sorry, what?
Wait, the Grim Reaper? Seriously? Spectre Knight?
Alright. That is the name of the press. That is the name the press has given to Lord Barak van Zix, and he is the trial's prosecutor.
What?
Does the prosecutor really kill people?
For those he prosecutes, they say, the Reaper has come to collect his due.
Oh.
And so, to this day, in the court of the Deathbringer, the number of defendants who have lived is 0. Not a single one.
What are you saying?
Then suddenly, no lawyer remained who would be willing to stand up against the Grim Reaper himself. It would be appropriate to call him a legend of the Old Bailey, I'd wager.
Lord Barak or Barak?
Barak. Okay, so they don't really elongate their A's.
Right.
Lord Barak van Zix. He must be a truly outstanding prosecutor.
No, that's not quite right. Perhaps it would be more accurate to say he is cursed instead.
Cursed? Wait, what exactly does that mean? A defendant, and his attorney as well. It is time for the trial to begin. Make your way to the Crown Court at once. I forgot we're in London. Attorney? Oh, did he mean me?
Oh! The time is finally approaches. Well, now I'll be counting on you.
Huh? But... I don't even know anything but the case! On top of that, Mr. McGundle, we haven't even finished talking.
Until the moment you two arrived, I had been prepared for the worst.
Huh?
Without an attorney, I knew I would have to defend myself all alone.
Standing as your own attorney.
But then you appeared before me. What's more, you're a scholar of the law. This cannot be a coincidence. One might even call it fate. I beg of you, please do not abandon me. I don't even know if he did it or not.
I mean, yeah, this is fishy, period, all around, but so be it. Even now, I don't know a single thing about the case or the defendant. But I do know one thing. Right now, I can't turn my back and leave this man behind. As much as I really want to.
Naruhodo?
He would stand and be judged in court without a weapon to fend for himself. I'm sure Asogi would be the first to jump to his aid. Attorney, what are you doing? If you don't arrive in the Crown Court in time, you will not be allowed into the courtroom. Understood. We'll be there immediately. This is where it begins. My first trial in the Great British Empire. Asogi, watch me. Watch just what I can accomplish now. Now, guys, I'm gonna. This is just a reminder for everybody watching, but also kind of a heads up. I've been hearing that this is the part of the game where slowdown happens more often, and I do apologize for that. We're going to see what we can do, but just in case something is funky, that's an explanation. So, excuse me. Hey, look, they're 2 days before my birthday.
Oh, yeah!
And hello everybody who is who came in new or came in later in the stream. I appreciate you guys being here. Once again, we're not really communicating with chat as much because we want to focus more on this game, getting more done. So yeah, here we go. Old Bailey Crown Court. So this is the Crown Court of the British Empire, the Old Bailey itself. It's so loud in here! Shut up! I mean, I've heard of rabble before, but dear God.
Dang, y'all.
Unlike the courts of Japan, I can feel the weight of this court's history.
Melancholy about this room says more than words could ever would.
Sorry, I don't know why I said it like that.
I just realized we're on the other side.
Oh, woo.
No matter where you travel, the feeling never differs when a man's fate hangs in the balance. By the way, Naruhodo, might I ask you something?
Yes, what is it?
He's got shifty eyes again.
Yep. Oh, now we're on.
Your eyes are darting all over the room again, just like before.
There's not much I can really do about that.
Ah! Oh!
Oh, hell no. Oh,
Oh my goodness!
Santa!
He looks so adorable!
I want to give this judge a hug.
Oh, look how fluffy he looks. Oh!
Okay.
Oh!
I'll let you voice the judge.
Okay. And now I can actually give him a proper English voice.
Right, yes.
In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, we declare this court is now in session. The trial of Cosney McGundle will now commence. I ask you, prosecution and defense, have you fully prepared your cases?
Not at all. And I do not know what to do for him. Like, he sounds like it looks like he might have like a deep British accent.
Yes.
But then with the name Barak von Zieks, it sounds like he's German. You guys know.
Is he German?
Probably not. It just the name sounds like him. It's kind of like Von Karma.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
I guess maybe give him a Von Karma voice, maybe, with the British accent.
I want to try. It's probably not gonna come out good, guys. I apologize ahead of time, but
That's alright.
We're
That's
having
why it's
fun.
practice. And he looks like Dracula.
he does. The prosecution is ready. He must be the Grim Reaper of the Old Bailey. I can certainly feel a dark aura, as if he really could reap someone's life.
You, you, Japanese attorney, do you have trouble understanding English?
Oh, sorry, I just wasn't focused. I'm being asked if my argument is ready right now, but I'm not exactly in any situation to say that we're ready.
Ooh. Yeah, that is definitely Edgeworth's ancestor.
Yeah, oh god, that is evil Edgeworth. I like that expression of yours, Japanese boy. Okay, I don't like this.
Right. Oh god.
Oops. What? No, it's the game. It's just how it is. Ah! Trepidation, fear, unease. As you desperately stifle those emotions, you cling to your false illusion of courage to face me. It is an expression of recklessness. Quite fitting for one whose fate is already sealed. Oh, I'm so tense, my limbs are starting to feel numb.
Defendant, Cosney McGundle. Yes. You are on trial and suspected of murder. If you are declared guilty, you will be put to death. You'll be leaving such an important trial to a Japanese man. Are you? Wow. Okay, racist.
Are you sure about this? Think about it. It's like,
And the thing is, I forget that this is like the 1900s, so yes, it was very prevalent in this time.
Yeah.
So I have to remember.
Which makes me wonder, like, if this is just parts, just a part of the reason why this wasn't translated. I don't know.
Are you absolutely sure? I have always believed we must give opportunity to the young, you see. Even if the young in this case are two exchange students from a tiny eastern nation. I must have the courage to boldly entrust my fate to the weak without fear. That is precisely what our proud great British Empire's chivalrous spirit is all about. Oh, that's our Mr. McGundle.
Alright, so you're right. Is it slow enough for you right now?
No.
Damn, is it? I'm at.
No.
Oh, sorry guys. There's like 20% slowdown, and now we're back. So it did not like that animation. So I'm gonna see what I have to do about that. I'm sorry, we missed exactly. What did they say? Is it on the backlog? There he is. Yep. Oh, that's our Mr. McGundle. Our London celebrity is truly a broad-minded man. Hey, I heard that man donated £5,000 to the governor recently. What am I doing here?
Mommy, I want to go play in McGundle Park. It appears our good audience supports Mr. McGundle.
That does help our case greatly. He really has a way of words, doesn't he? But even then, nobody else would stand alongside him as his defense.
Yeah. Very well, defendant. You have an admirable outlook. And now, are you all prepared as well?
What the? Whoa, excuse me? Who are these people?
Let's see, I want to make so many jokes about all of them, but this is gonna be interesting. Did you say sensible?
It's me, sorry.
No, you're good.
Nope. Sensible citizens chosen by the capital city.
Oh yes, I've been long ready to hand down punishment to evil scoundrels.
Allow me to dispose of the rubbish as per my master's orders.
Ha! Bad luck for you guys running to us. It's cold in here. I'm gonna jack up all of these voices right now, guys. I don't have a very good range, but this is all for fun.
You do. You actually do. Okay, sorry.
Well, you're good.
Oh yes, dear. Quite prepared. I'm just knitting these mittens for my grandchild.
I don't trust that woman. She's gonna cut us with those
Needles.
I was gonna say sticks.
Oh god.
Naruhodo! Those people must be...
The jurors. We don't have the system in Japan.
Yes, indeed. In the Great British Empire's courts,
Whoa, court.
the verdict is decided by the judge and these 6 jurors. The judge decides based purely on the law. The jurors decide based on their consensus. Judgment is passed on the defendant based on these 2 points of views.
You know what it actually reminds me of? Chrono Trigger. That
Oh yeah, the trial scene, yeah.
but I forgot what. You know, never mind. If we talk about Chrono Trigger, we're not gonna ever.
We'll get on
stop.
a huge rant.
Yeah. But how did the jurors render a verdict to begin with?
Well, I'm sure... that will naturally come to light as we proceed through this trial.
Yeah, naturally.
Lord Barak van Zeeks.
Yes, my lord.
How many years has it been since you cast aside the courtroom and your prestige with it?
Is the title of Grim Reaper truly worth being called prestige? But alas, I believe it has been 5 years.
And yet, you have returned to stand at the prosecutor's bench once again. Is there something you're anticipating from this trial?
I will leave. I will leave that to your imagination, my lord. This brooding Grim Reaper fellow cast aside the court of. This brooding Grim Reaper fellow cast aside the court for 5 years, returning as a legend. Why? Why did his revival have to be today of all days?
Naruhodo, don't hang your head like that. Making us look bad.
The court welcomes your return. Now, I must request your opening statements regarding this case.
Acknowledged. As you all know, this case couldn't be more trivial. Yeah, actually, look at Naruhodo. He you see how his new R band, and
he's got the symbol.
and he actually does have the sword too.
Oh, I'm not getting teary-eyed.
As we all know, the fudge was that? Sorry, I thought I heard something. Okay.
Okay.
As we all know, except for the defense. The incident transpired 3 days ago at around 10 p.m. The victim is thrice-fired Moda, a bricklayer by trade. Thrice-fired?
A skilled man indeed. I've heard that the bricks he fired have never broken. Oh!
Ouch! The victim was found dead in an omnibus mid-transit. It is believed that the cause of death is a stab wound from a large knife, as you can plainly see.
How?
Here's the autopsy report from the yard's forensic doctors.
Oh, God. Excuse me.
You're good.
Very well. The court will accept it as evidence. Oh, so it's called the autopsy report here.
Right.
Okay.
Should we look at... Oh,
Yes.
I mean, we haven't taken a look at the crime... Excuse me, the court record just yet. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's see. Oh, look! His school badge turned into the armband.
Mm-hmm.
Proof that one is a lawyer from the Empire of Japan.
Okay. You took the autopsy report?
Yeah, hold on. I keep hearing somebody's... I thought someone was calling my name, but... No, never mind. But yeah, I want to read the autopsy report. From the coroner, death was caused by a knife wound to the gut. Only one entry wound. Cause of death was internal bleeding. So this is all stuff that we gotta remember. That,
Okay.
It's weird how come we don't have his real name? We have his alias. It's kind of
Yeah.
weird.
Thrice fired mortar.
Unless we're just, thinking too much into this, but whatever.
Okay.
But even then, alleged age 54?
So that's gonna come into play.
So 15th of February, between 10 and 11, he was sustained a single stab wound to the abdomen. He subsequently died of hemorrhagic shock due to internal bleeding. Okay, so big things come out of that. 1 entry wound, single stab, internal bleeding, allegedly age 54.
And his alias.
Once again, we could be thinking too much into this, but it's better to be safe than sorry when it comes to these games. Now looking at the crime scene photo, it was taken from inside the omnibus where the crime took place. A knife is stabbed in the victim's gut. His hat is bent, covering his face. Anything interesting?
Oh, yep.
Wait, already?
No, What were you gonna say?
Well, I was about to ask you if you saw anything weird with the magnifying glass.
Oh, no, but it's interesting how you said it's like covering his face and his alias. So I have a feeling this... Yeah.
Well, look at his hat, though. Look at the top of his hat. Is that just a style? Why does it look like it's like ripped or something? Or sewed on?
That's a good question.
That's a knife, all right. I would say those are just buttons. Okay, well there we go. Let's take a look at the people.
Oh yeah. Sato. Heart Vortex.
Lord
He's 52?
Heart Vortex. Apparently, he looked good for 52.
Right?
Wow, there's no way that he's older than Cosney. Wow, okay.
Oh, Cosney's 48? Ugh.
Barak is 32.
He looked good. He looks so mad.
He does. It's like, I'm really gonna poop, but I can't. I gotta take the damn picture. And then, Rice-fired motor. He lived in the East End. Despite his skills as a brick mason, he lived in poverty.
Oh, hence the patched up hat.
Okay. Let's continue, I guess. There's one more. I wish to present this evidence as well.
Why, this is... blood! His glasses came up off his face.
Aww.
Oh, he's so cute! He just looks like a sugar cookie.
Oh.
Couldn't you just put like frosting on it and you make it with like marshmallows?
Danny, you're making me hungry.
It's so cute.
Wait a minute. Do you make these sugar cookies like that?
Sometimes, yeah.
How come I didn't get one?
Because it wasn't Christmas time when you came over.
Oh, excuse me. I have to be there during Christmas to get a sugar cookie. Okay.
Yeah, because I don't have my Santa cut out.
What? That is the only stipulation, that I couldn't get a cookie because you didn't have your Santa stencil cut out at that time. Okay.
Yeah, because I didn't buy it yet.
Okay. Okay, Danny.
Oh, God.
I get you. All right.
These are stained with blood.
Exactly. When the police arrived at the scene, the defendant was found wearing those very gloves at the time of arrest. What? There was blood on Mr. McGundle's gloves?
Well, the court will accept these as crucial pieces of evidence.
Okay. Leather gloves the defendant was wearing when the crime occurred. There's a blood stain on the right hand. I'm going to take a look at those right now.
Yes.
Excuse me.
Leather gloves. I'm not going to examine yet, but...
I'm about to.
Oh, Oh, okay.
Oh, you mean like, examine, you mean like looking around.
No, like click. I'm not gonna click on it or anything.
Oh, why? You just waiting for me, or?
Yeah,
Hold on.
Do you want to click on the blood?
I don't see why not. I'm like, well, what's the harm? And
Oh, okay.
Let's take a look. This really is blood, huh? What an awful thing to be faced with on the first day in London.
We've come this far. There's no point in griping now.
Hey, I just remembered. Mr. McGundle's right-handed, right?
Right. A short while ago, he was toying with the coin in his right hand.
Ugh. If only he was left-handed.
When your hand is soaked with blood, does it really matter which hand it is?
I wonder if that matters. I want to see if I can take a look inside the gloves.
Can you?
No?
Nope.
So it looks like the only thing we could examine was that there is... Well, which is important, there's blood on the right hand glove. So I guess that's important to keep in mind. So... Alright. Seriously? We're being driven to a corner from the very start again! Let's continue.
There's more?
According to the coachman's testimony, when the incident occurred, there were only 2 guests within the coach. Only 2? Clearly, one of them was the deceased bricklayer, Mr. Motor. And the only other person was the defendant, Cosley McGundle. How come only 3 of them were surprised?
Yeah. Yes, that is very, rather decisive. Do you have anything to say, defendant? Yes, of course. I truly have no memory of having done anything of the sort.
Mr. McGundle!
Indeed, I did ride that ominous omnibus on the night of the murder. Whenever I ride in a coach, I always end up falling asleep. So you mean to claim that you are sleeping? The swaying of the coach puts me at ease, you see. When I opened my eyes, the cold body of a stranger lay before me. It's human nature to try and help someone who's fallen before you, don't you think? So I reached out my hands to him, paying no mind to the blood that would stain my gloves.
So that must have been when those gloves were stained.
If we can believe him.
I regret to say this, but the facts that point to the celebrity's guilt do not end there. What? There's still more evidence? When the bricklayer was stabbed by the murder weapon, the moment of his death was seen by multiple witnesses. Okay, now the other 3 did not.
I think maybe they do that just to, because it's
showing everyone.
too much.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Oh, that's you.
No, it's not.
It's a judge, order in a court.
Oh, order in the court. Sorry, I guess it just skipped it.
Oh, you're good.
Order in the court.
When the incident transpired, only the victim and defendant were in the coach. Not only that, but when the crime was committed, multiple witnesses were present. There's no longer just decisive. One would call this evidence lethal.
Oh. I understand the situation quite well. We should first listen to the witnesses who saw the incident unfold.
As you wish. Now, bring forth the witnesses.
I kind of want to like Zeke, but oh god.
What? Oh god, okay.
Yeah. Can we take a quick break? I gotta go potty.
Oh no, of course. Take your. I'll just talk with the audience. You take your time.
Okay, I'll be back.
Excuse me. So once again, I hope you all are having a Wonderful day today. I do apologize for my coughing and whatnot. It comes and goes, but it is what it is. Oh man, this is definitely gonna be interesting. I can already tell. Please tell you more about Chrono Trigger. It's one of our favorite RPGs ever. I mean, I don't want to get into the story things about it because I don't want people to get spoiled. But it's a classic, and you get a lot. It's a pretty decently long RPG. Amazing story, amazing characters. The Final Fantasy VII Remake, I'm excited as all hell. I keep checking my Amazon order to see, like, you know, what's what. And it still says it's arriving Friday. It hasn't shipped yet, but usually that happens the day before. So, so all in due time. The case in London is not kind to you two. There's just too many characters. That's the thing. Like, it's like these voices, at least for me, they're all gonna like blend together. I just can't make up that many voices, especially with an accent. It's just all gonna be kind of the same. You got a headache? Oh, I'm sorry, Ducky. Hope you feel better soon. There's so many remake spoilers in the recommended videos. Oh god, Justin, I'm sorry. That's why I gotta be super careful on my end regarding that. And I'm enjoying Dragon Quest.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
No, you're good. But Dragon Quest is amazing. It's a very traditional RPG. Very traditional. But I'm enjoying it so far, and I put like maybe 20 hours into it total after a couple weeks I've been playing it, so yeah, it's fun. So you ready?
Yes!
Okay. Excuse me. You may begin, witnesses. State your names and occupations. Beppo?
Beppo.
Everyone calls me Beppo, yes. I work as a coachman driving an omnibus in the East End. I don't know why I'm giving that accent, but I'm just having fun.
If you need me to, do you mean do the younger guy?
Sure.
On the right?
Sure. Oscar Fairplay. I work as a bank clerk in the city.
Adam Lady first.
Really?
I'm a milliner. I make hats for men.
First, allow me to verify. At around 10 p.m., 3 days ago, all of you were witnesses to the incident that transpired in the omnibus during transit. Is that correct?
Yes.
Indeed.
But of course.
Then we shall move on. I order you to testify.
Testify! Preach!
Sorry.
Oh god.
Speak the truth of what you saw during this incident. Do it.
Do it now. Alright. What we witnessed.
It was the last trip of the night. There were a few passengers. I remember it well.
The defendant and the victim were both sitting within the coach. But then, the defendant suddenly stabbed him in the gut with a knife.
Yes, he was indeed stabbed in the gut. I ended up screaming in shock.
Astonished by that scream, I stopped the horses, and then I saw it too.
I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep up that accent, but dear God, I'm having fun.
Truly a clear testimony.
You are correct. Clear is an apt word. For the incident which unfolded in an omnibus was seen quite clearly by these witnesses.
Excuse me, may I say something?
What is it?
It's about this testimony. To be honest, I'm having difficulty wrapping my head around how everything about it is clear.
Whatever do you mean?
Well, this incident occurred within a moving omnibus, correct?
Yes. Surely that point has been abundantly clear by now.
Well then, just how exactly did these two witnesses happen to see the crime unfolding? It's a moving coach. They couldn't possibly have seen what happened inside.
Oh. Uh-oh.
What? Are we missing something? Oh, yeah, it's probably because there's windows.
Oh.
Good grief. I've heard stories claiming the culture of this oriental island was quite behind the times, but it is rather incredible for you to be this ignorant of the omnibuses running through London.
Huh?
I have to ask, Japanese boy, have you ever boarded an omnibus?
I have not. I mean, after all, we just arrived in London this morning.
Very well. You would do well to look upon it within your own eyes. The very scene of the incident.
What do you mean, sir? The very scene of the incident?
A horse-drawn coach was able to move. I suppose you should understand that much at least.
Well, yes.
For this trial, we had the omnibus moved into the Old Bailey.
Oh.
What? The omnibus was brought here?
Bailiff! Bring in the omnibus!
What the heck?
Yeah, that's an omnibus, alright.
How'd they fit that in there? You know those doors weren't big enough. Oh, they...
Hey, who knows? This kind of big-ass hole in the wall.
So, this is the omnibus.
You know what it reminds me of?
Hmm.
Politicians,
No.
Oh, what is it? What is that called?
I was gonna say paladin.
Paladin. Just a little bit.
God.
With the flyers and stuff on it.
God, why the hell did you have to remind me about politician?
Oh my god.
I am politician.
Get out.
I hated that asshole.
Yep.
Excuse me.
You alright?
Yep.
Okay.
I can't believe they brought the omnibus in. The British courts really are something else.
Yes. With 2 benches mounted to the top, this coach can transport 8 passengers at most. Four individuals can be seated in the interior. Similarly, there are 4 seats on the roof. If London sightseeing is your desire, then ride upon the roof seats of the omnibus. Any child in London will tell you this. Incidentally, with the skylight present on the roof, one may choose to peer into the interior of the coach.
From the skylight?
Ooh! So the truth finally becomes clear to you too. At the time of the incident, these 2 witnesses were seated on the roof seats of the omnibus. It was from there that they witnessed the incident within the coach. They saw it through the skylight of the omnibus. Do you understand now?
Well, so that's what was going on.
Even so, I never heard of the scene of the crime itself presented as
His
evidence.
hair moved. Oh god, how do you say that? Vestiges?
Vestiges. Mhm.
Okay. The vestiges of the crime committed within the omnibus are still clear. Thus, it should be presented as evidence. That is the prosecution's official stance.
Oh. Oh, he even... Oh my god, he's so cute!
The judge is pretty adorable.
He's so adorable.
Makes me wonder if they're gonna do extra animations like this for the next Ace Attorney game.
I hope so.
With our classic characters. I mean,
Yes.
can you imagine like the judge we all know and love doing something stupid like that?
Very well. Given its present state, we shall accept the scene as evidence.
A crime scene, an omnibus that seats 8 passengers. There are 4 seats inside and 4 on the roof. Let's go ahead and take a look at that right now.
Oh.
Okay. Ooh, there is quite a bit. Well, it looks like there's quite a bit. Let's go ahead and just examine the front door.
Oops. Examine.
Now let us tear open the door and charge into the omnibus.
Ugh, no matter how enthusiastically you put it, it's still a crime scene. This is awful.
Ah!
Okay.
Oh, there's a bloodstain.
Let's take a look at it. This blood here would be the victims, wouldn't it?
That would make sense. If you look from here, it's visible through the skylight. Why would you ever plan to stab someone in a place like this?
Never mind. That was Naruhodo.
Oh, sorry.
You're good.
The incident occurred in the dead of night. The only light was visible inside the coach, so I don't think it was possible to see outside.
Well, at any rate, it doesn't seem like this crime was very well planned.
Are they arguing about something then?
Well, I'm gonna read that really quick. I feel like I missed something. This blood here would be the victims, wouldn't it? It would make sense. You can see it from the skylight. Why would you ever plan to stab someone in a place like this? It occurred at dead of night. The only light was inside the coach, so I don't think it was possible to see outside. It doesn't seem like this crime was very well planned. I guess the only thing really, it's like, just seems that it was more abrupt. Maybe that's what he was getting at? I don't know. Let's take a look at the notice where it's like, it says London, like behind the blood.
Behind the blood?
Yeah, on the wall.
Oh, yes.
It's a poster advertising the World's Fair, which will be held in London in half a year. It depicts the design of the Crystal Tower, the symbol of the World's Fair.
The Crystal Tower? Yes, I've heard of that. It is currently under construction. It seems like the whole city is bustling with excitement before the festival.
Oh, if you look up, you see the lamp. I mean, not the lamp, the window.
The skylight?
Yeah.
The skylight is surprisingly large.
Easily large enough to witness the entire crime through it, I believe.
I can't seem to find a handle. So opening a skylight from the inside of the coach must not be possible.
Okay, that's important.
There's another poster for the fair.
Oh.
Oh, it's a poster advertising the World's Fair, which will be held in London in half a year.
No, the same thing.
It's the same thing. Okay. Oh, look at that. That looks to be like an actual like compartment.
Where?
On the other side seat.
Wait, which one? Or on both sides?
Oh,
I see.
Yeah, we see it. Okay.
Yeah, one sec. There we go.
It looks like there's a handle attached to the seat here.
Ooh. Oh, luggage and stuff. That's cool.
I'm clicking right in the middle of it. It's filled with tools used for omnibus maintenance.
A horse-fed trough of blankets, tools for repairing wheels and driving horseshoes. This seems to function as a trunk for the driver to store his equipment.
I can't see much space for passengers to place their belongings.
Well, it would be a bit troublesome to open and close it constantly throughout the day.
Yeah, that's true.
Is that it?
I guess so.
Okay.
Maybe the banner. I'm outside already. It took me outside.
Because I think you clicked back.
Did I? Oh, whoops. Do you see anything else in there?
Not in there. No, I'm back out as well. I didn't see anything. Could be wrong. Well, yeah, we'll click the banner, I guess, from the top. Oh, wait, that showed me the bench.
Oh, whoops. Uh-oh. Wait, where are you at?
I'm at the bench.
There we go.
Yep.
This is the roof seating area. It must be so much fun to experience the scenery from London streets from up here.
Why would anyone want to ride around London up here in the dead of winter? Not to mention having to pay money for it.
I do see your point. It could freeze both body and soul.
You know, for just a moment, the image of riding atop a hearse on a cold winter night came to mind.
This is beginning to sound a lot more morbid than a pleasant tour.
You know...
Huh?
I'm sorry, what was that?
No, I was thinking about something out loud.
Well, what I'm thinking about is, like, do we know exactly where they were seating? Or where they were sitting?
I think so, because in the picture, where that bloodstain is, that's where, because he was up against, well, you'd be up against the wall.
I'm sorry, I'm talking about the two witnesses who sat on top.
Oh. No.
Because the thing is, like, okay, yeah, if they sat from behind, yeah, they could peer into the skylight. However, if they were in the front, how the hell were they able to see it unless they were looking behind them? I don't know if it matters. I'm gonna click on the back bench, see if that matters.
Oh, that's what I clicked when you read it.
Oh, okay. Same thing. All right. I'm toward the back of the omnibus. I'm sorry. Do you see that? Are you reading the...
Oh my god! Phoenix Wright Omnibus!
That's... Okay, I mean, that I'm assuming that's the translators having fun there.
Aww.
Although it does make me wonder what the hell it actually did say before. I was like, am I reading that correct?
Oh no, that was in the Japanese.
That is great. That is awesome.
Oh, that's a nice little...
Well, okay, you know, I'm gonna break my rule here talking to the chat really quick. Shabrisu, is there anything in this translation that was, if you want to say, given like free reign to the translation team, or was everything translated 100% from Japanese to English? Like, did you guys have any little things of your own, like have fun with something? 90%. Okay. And edited some of the names. Okay. Appreciate it. You know, I don't know what else is. There's anything else to really click on.
I guess we just go back.
I guess. All right. I can't believe it. The murder scene itself has become evidence.
There we go.
Wow, the Great British Empire never fails to impress.
Either way, we should take this chance to inspect the omnibus inside and out. We already did.
As for you, attorney, I order you to carry out your examination.
As if there's anything to be anticipated from a British cross-examination by a Japanese person.
There you go.
This is my first cross-examination in a British courthouse. No, see, you just ruined... Okay, never mind. They're probably all looking at him like, what the hell did he just do? It's time to muster up all your resolve, Ryunosuke Naruhodo.
Yay.
Woo! I like that.
That was fancy.
Okay.
Only be witness.
I forgot everything about this already, so let's... Beppo is the last trip of the night. There are a few passengers, so I remember it well. Defendant and victim were both sitting within the coach, which... Yeah, it looked like it.
Wait. Oh, okay.
But then suddenly, defendant stabbed him in the gut with a knife. He was indeed stabbed in the gut. I ended up screaming in shock. And astonished by that scream, I stopped the horses, and then I saw it too. So
how did he see it?
Who, the Beppo? Because
how does the omnibus look from the front? That's where he's sitting, right? Or no, wait a minute. Hold on, I gotta take a look at the omnibus one more time. I just didn't.
Yeah, because he sits up. There's no window, unless when he stopped the horses and then he got down to look. But
yeah, wait a minute.
He can't see anything.
This right here, like, okay, you see where is that where he sits on that little thing right here?
Yeah, because you see there's like 2 dark footprints. That's where he sits.
Oh, I didn't even see that. Okay, so that's where he sits.
But there's no window.
He would have to, like, legit either go down or look behind him. Don't know if it matters much, but something to keep in mind.
Should we press on that?
Do I want to press on that one, or do I want to press on suddenly he stabbed him? Like, I want to know more about the action of what happened, you know? It's a third statement.
Oh, okay, there we go. Yes, let's press.
Mata!
Wait, so you witnessed this very instant? As I had said, all of it was aptly explained in my testimony.
Oh.
Why does everybody have a cane?
Because this is Britain, Great Britain.
Okay. Oh, you know, don't forget, we can also question by going to everybody sliding, but isn't that only when needed when they do like bling? Like
yeah, when they're like, what? I don't remember that.
Okay.
Or perhaps you are saying you have a bone to pick with my words. With me, a bank clerk?
No, that wasn't my intention at all.
Oops, he's completely fuming at me. Witness, I would like to hear a bit more about what you saw. Oh, me lord!
Oh, Juror 3, what is the matter?
I've made up my mind. Now that everyone's said their piece, I'm going with my gut here.
Why is he whipping around a knife in a courtroom?
Because apparently it's okay.
Wait, what do you mean, sir? I've always hated the rich folk, you see. And I'm sure these clots are doing shady dealings under the table somehow.
What the freaking hell just happened?
Something behind him went dark?
Oh, wait a minute. Did he just cast his vote?
Oh, he did.
This ain't freaking The Voice or, you know, anything like that. Oh, is it not a good idea for us just to press whatever? You know what? Hold on. I'm afraid to keep talking and somebody's going to say something. Guys, do not tell us how things work here, you know? But this is interesting.
Yeah. No, because we had penalty things, so it's like, what? Anyway, sorry,
yeah.
we'll figure it out.
Well, yeah, we'll figure it out.
This dire old man is a culprit, understand? You can't pull the wool over my eyes.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh my God.
I don't think there's any point in waiting through that little discussion any longer.
Yeah, sorry, like, when he banged on that, there was, like, lag.
Oh.
Ditto for me, I was about to say that. We, as jurors, have the duty to pass down correct judgment onto anyone.
So, do we have to be careful when we press?
I don't know.
What?
Like, this is actually scary.
Yeah.
Are you saying that? Okay, here's what I'm actually getting. I was kind of joking about the whole thing about Chrono Trigger, because it's a little bit of a spoiler, but not super bad. But like, there's a court scene in that game, and depending on
what actions you do,
right,
in the scene before that, will determine
if you're found guilty or not guilty. Now, I'm curious here is, throughout the course of this trial, could we just be making things
worse
for ourselves while trying to solve this mystery? Or is it all kind of like, oh, it's all going to be fine, you know, like we'll work out in the end?
Maybe they're about to tell us here, right here, because I feel like maybe this is scripted no matter what we would have done. Because this is our first time with this, so we're like, what the f?
Probably, you're right. Yeah, and I know, like, there were some weird glitches there, guys. Yeah, it seems like anytime they bang and the fire goes away, there's a weird glitch on my end. Yeah, shut up. So, and then there's a little bit of, like, speed lag, but hopefully it won't be too bad. So, what on earth just happened?
Got my handy dandy notebook. This appears to be the juror's verdict.
The verdict? Wait, already?
White means not guilty, black means guilty. As each juror reaches his or her own conclusion, the weight of their verdict is added to the scale, as you have just seen, and is set aflame.
So then, if that colossal scale were to completely tip toward black,
Let's do our best to prevent that from happening.
ugh, now I'm more nervous than ever.
Let all know that the juror's verdict has changed. Now, I would like for the attorney to resume his cross-examination.
Of course. How incredibly frightening. So wait. Okay,
So is it punishing us because we pressed on the wrong statement? But then what's the heck's the penalty at the top for?
yeah, I just okay. I'm going with the assumption that as long as we keep doing the correct things, the verdicts are gonna keep changing.
I
like
see.
I'm thinking that they could overturn their verdicts.
Oh, okay.
Maybe. I'm hoping. But we'll see. So,
That'd be nice. Okay, let's see.
because I mean, if it's already turned, two of them was black.
Mm-hmm.
Now, wait, did they say it has to be completely black or white, or like is it unanimous, or is it just majority?
I think it was unanimous.
Okay.
Let me check the backlog really quick. So then if the weight of the verdict is added to the scale as you just seen instead of flame, so then if that colossal scale were to completely tip towards black. Yeah.
So completely tipped toward black. So, okay. Now let's press the fifth statement, like you said.
The last one?
The last one, yes.
Press.
Wait, pardon, but what exactly did you see? Yes, the passenger collapsed on the coach's floor. I mean, the coach's floor. Needless to say, that passenger would be the victim, the bricklayer. And then the other passenger took that knife in his hand like this. Needless to say, that passenger would be the defendant, Cosney McGundle. And then, with that knife, I saw him stab into the collapsed passenger, like it is. He did what?
Wait. Huh?
Wait a minute, I thought you said he already... What?
Oh, God.
I'm confused. You said...
I'm very...
You said you saw it after. Now you're saying you saw it during? Did I read that
Right.
correct?
Yeah, that's what I'm confused about.
Oh, I'm going...
Oh, God.
I'm going back in the backlog. He was collapsed on the... Wait a minute. No, that's wrong. He's saying that he was on the floor already. Then it looks like he said he stabbed him again.
Then with that knife, I saw him stab the collapsed passenger. But he only has one wound, so that just contradicts the autopsy report.
And he wasn't on the floor at all, right?
Right.
Okay.
So Beppo needs to stop lying.
That was a bad-o.
That was... Oh, God. Oh, God. Not Wednesday.
My lord, please excuse my rudeness.
Ah, Juror 2, what is the matter?
As a servant to the gentleman of the Great British Empire, I'd like to believe he's innocent. However, as a servant, I have responsibility to accept harsh realities.
Wait just a moment, please.
We have to dispose of this filth now.
Okay, this has to be scripted because there's no way.
Yeah, like we're getting like reamed here. No.
I must apologize, but I love cleanliness after all.
I have recorded the entire conversation thus far, and I have given it a logical appraisal. And at this very moment, I have reached my ultimate conclusion. What the hell, y'all?
This is not turning well out at all. Wait, not again!
4 people have already chosen guilty. Only 2 more, and then...
What in the world should I do? The more I try to fish out from the witnesses, the more the scale slants against my favor.
However, as we know nothing about this incident, information is what we need above all else.
Then all we can do is watch as that fire burns away our time left until the guilty verdict?
A chance to retaliate will arrive eventually. We must believe in that.
But... Alright. At any rate, that's all I can do for now. I can't give up here. I just need to calm down and listen to the testimony once more. When the incident occurred, only the defendant and the victim were at the scene. Furthermore, there are 3 witnesses claiming that they saw the defendant commit the crime.
It is a bit difficult for me to say this, but I believe you're at quite the disadvantage.
How am I supposed to tackle this? Is Mr. Magundo really innocent? What if...
Anyway, let's just focus on gathering some more information first. Above all else, we need to learn more about the incident.
Right. I'll just have to listen carefully to the witness's testimony one more time.
I'm so confused.
I mean, is there anything we can present on? Or is it going to be scripted where it's going to be guilty, then we have to, like, do something to overturn it?
I don't know, because it felt like they were like, we messed up, so
Like, it's
here's what you have to do. Like, it's punishing us.
But they can't punish us for freaking pressing.
like, I don't know. I don't know what else to press on, though.
Right. Well, what Beppo said after that,
It seemed like that was very contradictory.
yeah.
But we couldn't do anything about it. I don't know. I really don't know. I would say we should press on something else, but I don't know what, because I don't know what we have to, in terms of evidence, to contradict anything that they said.
Right.
Besides what Beppo said after we pressed him.
Right. So, but they said, oh, we can't use, or we didn't get to use it.
I still want to know where they were sitting on the omnibus. Like, the witnesses. Because if they were sitting on the front, they wouldn't have seen it.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go to the last statement and then click the, like, go back to the beginning or whatever.
Like,
Oh, no, that was it.
Like, move forward, see what he does.
Yeah, we already saw it.
Oh, okay. Oops. It's okay.
At the disadvantage, how am I supposed to tackle this? What if? So focus on gathering some more information first.
So we gotta press. Maybe it is gonna be scripted. Should we press on the first statement saying it was the last trip of the night?
Yeah.
Well, as I recall, it was around 10 p.m., correct?
Yes, just so, yes. It was definitely a freezing cold night, yes.
Well, from what we know, there were 4 passengers. Is there no mistake in that?
Yes, they were all picked up from different locations, however, yes.
Would we be correct in assuming that there were no passengers who got off midway?
Yes, it is as you say. No one got off, yes.
So that means that there wasn't anyone who ran from the omnibus after the crime occurred.
Yes, well, I'm under orders from the boss to make the final trip every night. Little old me always wondered if there was any point in making that trip, yes.
Wait, what do you mean?
Shivering in that dreadful cold, I earned that but 20 pence in carrying out that final trip, you see.
All of it would vanish after stopping by just to word him up in a pub on the way home, yes. I guess press on this statement too. Did you see that from the coach's skylight? Yes. When you sit on the roof, the skylight sits right at your feet. There was a lamp inside the coach where there was, which was what allowed me to see inside. Because both of them were wearing hats, I was unable to make out their faces. Regardless, I have no doubt that one of them was Mr. McGundle. What makes you so sure about that? Mr. McGundle is, well, a gentleman of quite a short stature. It would certainly be most difficult for me to mistake him for someone else. And indeed, when the horses were stopped and the coach doors were opened, only the deceased victim and the defendant, Cosly McGundle, remained inside. There's no room for argument.
Okay, so we're pressing here. Nothing's happening. So, do we have to press in order?
Well, I think we gotta press there's one more state we didn't press. It was the fourth one. Lady first. So, let's press that one and see what happens. You said that you saw the knife. You were looking down from the roof seats, correct? Yes, exactly. Oh, that's you. Sorry.
Yes, exactly. I was seated on one of the roof seats. I recall that the man with the small frame and the victim were sitting beside each other. I was thinking of new hat designs as I gazed at the city buildings, you see. And then my eyes just happened to look inside the coach from beyond the skylight. Oh, and I saw the gleam of the knife as it went inside the victim.
What a terrifying sight! Look how close I got.
Oh. Oh no! It looks like the jurors' doubts have been spurred on. Wait, what happened?
The last two jurors are my favorite.
Oh.
It's the old lady, she's like, yes, yes. And then the guy with the whiskey bottle is like, yup.
He did it!
Everyone seems to be remarkably suspicious of the defendant. We need to find something to refute that suspicion, otherwise...
Witness!
Yes?
The knife you saw. I presume it is none other than this.
Ah, yes, it is precisely that.
Wait, could that be? Quite so. This is the same knife that was stabbed into the victim's stomach.
It is a rather large knife.
The sheath of this weapon is engraved with an initial. M. It is an initial that I have seen elsewhere. Huh? Oh, don't tell me. M. Just like McGundle. Suffice to say, this self-proclaimed London celebrity would appear to be an utter fool. But this M could belong to countless other individuals. Like, for example, well, that's right. The victim's name was Mortar.
Mortar.
I love how his objection was a lot different than ours.
It was a fancy one.
This is far too valuable for a bricklayer in poverty to own.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
The most likely scenario is that the knife belongs to the defendant.
Yes, that appears to be quite the inescapable reality.
Knife.
Well, let's take a look at it. Oh, got him. That's gonna be a funny guy to talk to. But let me take a look at the knife.
Oh, no.
Large knife that was stabbed through the victim's chest. Very ornamental and beautiful. Looks expensive.
It looks expensive. Ooh. Or it could be a W.
Oh, it could.
No, no, it's not. Because the way cursive goes, the swirl would start at the beginning.
Right. I was thinking of there was a joke about this in The Simpsons about like if it was W or M, or it was MS or WS. I think you guys know what I'm talking about. I guess, is that the only thing we can examine?
The M?
Yeah, let's go ahead and examine the M. M? I suppose this must be short for Magundal.
Yes, and what lovely craftsmanship. This gold filigree must have cost him a fortune.
Oh, I see.
What?
Wait. No, sorry. We've been staring at this M. But what if you see it? What if you see it upside down? It's a W. This is a great turnabout we really need.
You say it's a W?
I just know we reached the truth behind this evidence.
I don't know what you're going on about, but this is clearly just an M.
Oh, that was a short-lived fantasy. Does anything happen when we examine the back of the knife? Yeah, it talks about the scabbard.
Oh.
This is the knife's scabbard. What's the matter, Naruhodo?
Oh, nothing. Sorry, I just got a little uncomfortable around blades.
Really now? I wouldn't expect to hear that from a man carrying the mother of all blades on his hip.
The katana's different. It's not a blade. It's a Sogi soul. Anyways,
Aw.
I'll go ahead and remove the scabbard.
Blood!
Ugh, it's stained what looks like blood.
Doubtlessly, this blood must be the victim's.
It looks like English blood and Japanese blood both stained in the same color. Ugh.
Of course they do.
Sorry, I know, but we just only arrived in London today, so the contradiction between these emotions is almost too much for me to handle.
I'm well acquainted with that feeling.
Is that it? Yeah, that's it.
It's weird that we can do that, but it's like nothing kind of came out of it, you know?
Well, I don't think we could do it just yet.
Hmm.
Like, maybe not yet.
Okay. Alright. Yo-ho, my lord!
Oh, wait. Ah! Juror number 5. Might you two be...
I serve as the governing boss of the London Coachman's Guild. Charmantly, I'm able to say that committing murder as a coach is just the most unforgivable deed there is. I have to make an appropriate judgment, so I plan to continue to observe the trial, but...
Ah!
I've heard more than enough. No one can stop a horse at full gallop.
No! We can always try to calm it down!
Run, Silverblaze! Leap over that pup!
Are you kidding me?
As the boss of the Coachman's Guild, I choose to believe in Beppo's words.
Do you?
Bus. I forget all these things mixed up. Bus. Boss.
With this, the number of guilty verdicts from the jurors stands at 5.
Come on,
Grandma.
Grandma. Granny.
Granny. Hey, Granny.
Madam, would you spare me a moment?
Yes, dearie. What is it?
I presume you have taken ear to the testimonies of our witnesses so far, yes?
Yes, loud and clear.
Why then, madam, have you not announced a verdict?
You see, around this time of the day, I would always be in the nearby park knitting away. It's a daily routine. It's such a small and adorable park. It's called Magundal Park.
Oh.
It was donated to London to bring smiles to everyone's faces. Such a nice man. Would never stab someone.
She's right. Mr. McGonagall has always been contributing to the good of London.
Right, it's downright odd for such a man to stab someone.
Mommy, let's go back to the Magundal Library and read some picture books.
It would appear that much of London is still blissfully ignorant. Ignorance, that is, of Cosney McGundal's true nature.
Oh God, what is this?
Right?
What do you mean by that? Cosmogundle, philanthropist,
Playboy, millionaire.
Marvel, movies that I still need to see. That doesn't make sense because I have Disney Plus, and all I do is watch The Simpsons. Oh,
Okay, is that Mina talking or is that
it's little column A, little column B. A celebrity with enough wealth to purchase the entirety of London. It begs the question, just how did he obtain all of that wealth? To wit, he is a salary lender, a rather unsavory one even among the disreputable profession. What?
What?
Handing out loans to the weak with outrageous interest rates, then carting off all they own. The foundation of Cosmogundle's wealth is built upon none other than these acts of usury.
My, I had no idea.
Madam, if you would hear me out, I'm sure you have held at least some form of suspicion. A man with enough wealth to purchase London would without a doubt own a personal coach. If that is the case, then why should he go out on his way to ride an omnibus?
What?
You don't mean... The victim was a bricklayer in poverty, and he had incurred a large amount of debt. Needless to say, the lender was a defendant Cosmogundle. Furthermore, the incident took place on the night of the loan's repayment date.
What, really?
A poor bricklayer deprived of his own home. He had not even a single shilling to pay with. And then, the pitiable bricklayer was finally deprived even of his own life. Done in by none other than the heartless and cruel philanthropist Cosmogundle. It can't be!
Might I interject for a moment?
Uh-oh, sorry.
Hello?
The stream,
Oh, no.
the stream is melting.
Ew.
Yeah, sorry guys. It's one of those things like even though I'm not dropping frames, the quality is gonna dip down like stupid. It shouldn't last long at all. Hopefully, is it any better now by chance? It's normal now. Okay, thanks. Yep.
Wait, Sato!
You claim that the victim owed debt to Mr. McGundle. Do you have any evidence to prove that?
Okay, Dracula.
Please forgive my impotence in my partaking of the Holy Grail within these halls of justice.
There it is! Lord Van Sieg's Holy Grail!
There it is! Is this really something you just slide?
This is an unexpectedly pleasant experience. I've heard that Oriental women were quite bold, but I did not think it was quite to this extent.
What? The actions I've taken are to be expected of any legal assistant.
Regrettably, however, it seems that this boldness was nothing but recklessness. This is a self-styled customer ledger of the loans which the defendant gave out. And from what I can see, the victim's name is clearly written here.
That is...
I submit to the court this ledger as evidence, along with a plea to forgive my impotence in toasting to the mysteries of the Orient.
In accompaniment to that wonderful toast, I shall accept the evidence.
List of customers who owe money to the defendant, a salary lender. The victim himself borrowed 20 guineas. Let's take a look at this. I bet you $5 we're gonna find somebody else's name in here.
Oops, the lock.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
I imagine that this ledger must hold secrets about all sorts of English gentlemen.
I'm not sure if such information will be available to us.
Well, it's not like we know any English gentlemen. Other than that great detective, anyway. Ugh. Could it be?
You will not find Sherlock Holmes' name in this book.
Well, that aside, let's take a closer look. I can't read any of this. Does it matter where we click? I mean...
No.
I'm clicking the top left, just for the hell of it.
Names fill the pages, each one listing yet another gentleman of London.
Well, we don't really know if they're gentlemen. Not everyone in the Great British Empire is high-born. What's wrong?
Look right here. Look at this name.
Oscar Fairplay. Ain't that interesting? Wait, who is that again? I can't keep these Western names straight, but it is familiar.
That's the name of the gentleman on the witness stand at this very moment.
Oh, the banker, you mean? Wait, why is his name in this book? I see. It's written here that he has an outstanding debt of 20 guineas. It looks like he's due to repay his debt very soon.
It may just be a coincidence, but we should take note of this just in case.
Oscar Fairplay's name is on the list of people who have borrowed money from the defendant, and the due date is approaching. This bish.
And I'll take this time once again just to let you guys know, like, thank you all for coming out here and watching. I apologize if I'm not really directly addressing people who come in here or saying hello. We're just focusing more on the game, but welcome everybody. Hope you're all having a wonderful day.
Yes.
Okay, so let's continue then.
Okay.
20 guineas? Yes, this is indeed quite the large loan the victim has taken.
And to satisfy the repayments, McGundle took away everything that he had. Oh, Granny.
I guess. He had me fooled all along.
Granny, no!
No!
Granny, no! Granny, please!
Please, Granny.
It is regrettably to say this, regrettable to say this, but that's just the kind of man he is.
It was such a beautiful park, too. But a horrible man. Ah!
Granny, no!
No!
But
No!
maybe this is for the best.
No, please wait! Reconsider a bit more before reaching your...
I will show no more mercy.
You old bitch! Oh, that game did not like that. Well, we failed.
Ugh.
I just noticed people's silhouettes in the back. Everybody's wearing hats.
Because it's fancy. It's fancy
Fancy.
time.
The final verdict has just been passed.
According to the Great British Empire's Code of Law, should all the jurors return a guilty verdict, the trial will be suspended. The sentence will then be passed down by the presiding judge. Or so it is written.
Sentence? Well, in this case, the death penalty.
Rap.
Oh,
I like that when she does that.
she's so cute! It seems there is yet more.
What else?
However, the defense...
Now listen here, you old Santa Claus looking ass. We're trying to read this.
The jurors have reached a unanimous vote.
You have my sincerest respect for your prompt and just verdict, good jurors.
As the Great British Empire's Code of Law dictates, the trial shall end now. We shall immediately move on to the verdict. I trust there aren't any objections.
Sato, please tell me just one last thing.
Of course.
Just now, you were about to say something. It was about the Great British Empire's Code of Law. However, the defense. What comes after that?
Oh. Yes, please wait a moment. Should all the juror verdicts point to guilty, the trial will be suspended, the verdict will be passed down by the presiding judge. However, the defense has the right to present a closing argument to the 6 jurors.
Oh?
Ooh.
Nani?
Mm.
Closing argument?
Ooh.
Did I hear you say closing argument?
Yes.
That book of law you hold. Tell me, in exactly which era was it written?
Huh?
Judging from that binding, its origin easily dates back to over 50 years ago. Such a concept is no longer recorded within the current code of law. An obsolete legal process long since called from our practice of law. The closing argument is now nothing more than a curiosity of our long history.
No.
Sasato, what exactly is it to begin with? This closing argument, what would I be arguing for and how?
Oh, yes. Please wait a moment. I shall inspect it in detail now.
Asserting a right without even understanding its meaning. How very Japanese of you.
I see now, Naruhodo. It seems we're allowed to persuade the jurors.
Persuading them? Even though the jurors have already chosen verdicts?
Yes, and if they change their verdicts as a result, the trial must continue. It says so right here.
Changing their verdicts? This could be our very last hope.
It is recorded that lawyers of the past did indeed assert this right to persuade the jurors. However, somewhere along the line it became nothing more than a formality and vanished.
Why might that be, my lord?
Because it was meaningless. Yep. Once passed down, a verdict cannot be overturned. In recent years, not a single attorney has asserted that sort of right.
However, there is no mention whatsoever of the abolishment of such a system either.
What?
In other words, even if it has been forgotten, it still has not died. What will you do, Naruhodo?
This closing argument is the only remaining opportunity we have. Give up. Whoops, insist on it. The defense asserts the right to a closing argument. The capital of the Great British Empire, London, is said to be the heart of the modern world. Hence, this courthouse is expected to uphold both the shortest and most well-executed trials. Closing arguments are the most wretched vice to be born from our country's legal system. But a right is a right. As long as it remains law, you cannot deny me that right.
The court shall accept the defense's request, and it shall move on to the closing argument.
What utter foolishness.
Are you ready, jurors?
What? Oh, I wondered. This wasn't written in the juror's handbook I was given, after all.
I would now like you all to state the basis behind your verdict.
Basis?
Why is the defendant guilty? State the reason for your judgment.
Well, this is so sudden.
I have not heard of such a thing.
I ain't cut out for that, sheesh. The jurors are getting flustered.
Huh. It would seem that the jurors have never experienced this before.
Closing argument. A defense no one has attempted before? This just might be the chance we desperately needed.
Yes. Now then, the court orders you 6 jurors. State your basis and reasoning behind your guilty verdict.
Oh.
Something new.
Judicial findings. Ooh.
I like this. The jury's assertions. Well, there was no one else inside the coach, so it couldn't have been him. It could only have been him.
4 passengers, an earning of 20 pence. The driver's memory is trustworthy.
And that guy stabbed the guy sitting next to him like this. Not even I would do that.
I simply came to a logical conclusion based on every statement spoken far.
If the fellows in the Coachman's Guild are honest, all fees always 4 pence.
I can't believe he stabbed a man who was already on the floor!
All 6 members of the jury voting guilty really does put me in a difficult position.
There does seem to be a few vague statements in their reasoning, at least.
In any case, I'll give it a shot. All I need to do is persuade them, right? I'll do it. I'll strike with all the passion I have and turn the tables on this trial.
Excuse me, but wait just a moment, if you will. Gotta get my book out. Hold on. According to this book, what we must do is a little different.
Huh? Wait, what do you mean? Isn't melting their cold, icy hearts with my warm, passionate words all I need to...
I hate to say this, but once the jurors' minds are set, they will not lend an ear to the attorney's words.
Wait, they won't?
No man enjoys having his decisions wantonly criticized, after all. The more an attorney attempts to persuade them, the greater the backfire.
No, that's completely ridiculous.
The British law dictates as such, not I.
What on earth do we do?
According to what I found out, the key to persuading them lies in the jurors' own words.
The jurors?
All jurors are chosen randomly from the citizens and called forth. That is why, even though they appear to be unified in opinion, they are, in fact, total strangers seated together.
So you're saying that that's their weak spot?
Exactly.
My god, she's so cute!
Let's listen to their statements one by one.
You think they're ever gonna make an anime about this?
Oh, if they don't, they do. They please do.
Like Kyle gets a hold of it.
Oh god, he wouldn't cast me in the same show twice.
Does he not do anything like that? Or...
I don't think. I mean, they could. Directors do whatever they want, but it wouldn't be fair.
Right.
Unless he, a character fit somebody. Then, what? Anyway, yes.
And should there be any 2 statements that contradict each other, we have to show that those statements clash.
The jurors contradicting statements. Oh, no, now that I think about it, that's not much different from a usual cross-examination.
Right?
Yes. Yes, you are very right.
I need to show how their contradictory statements clash against each other. I just might be able to do it. No, that's not quite right. I have to do it! Ow!
Now then, defense, shall we commence the closing argument? Move to the witness stand and present your argument clearly and precise.
Yes, my lord.
Oh, wait, what? We get to move. Oh!
Oh, shoot!
The defense's rebuttal.
So, I think... Wait, so we gotta choose one thing to clash based on another one?
Yes, we have to find out which statement, I think, from the juror contradicts another juror.
Now, here's what's interesting. We could still press during this time, but we cannot present. I guess that's what clashing is.
Right.
So, what I'm thinking... I think I already saw the 2 things that could clash.
Was it Granny and,
And number 3.
what was number 3?
Cockney knife guy.
Cockney bastard?
He's saying that he stabbed him sitting next to him, and she's like, he can't believe he stabbed him on the floor.
Floor. Okay, so do we put clash?
That's what I'm gonna try.
Oh, yeah, okay. If you press clash,
Oh, okay.
and then you hit the person that he clashes with.
I don't even tell it.
That's cool.
It tells you right there, too. I can't believe you stabbed a man who's already on the floor. So, that seems like it clashes.
Yeah, clash.
I like the music.
Yeah, and the game, like the speed of it was a little low here. And maybe you guys don't realize it, but I do see it. It says it, actually, on my end. So, sorry, but it's what we can do. These two statements are in complete contradiction.
What in blazes? Defense the court demands an explanation.
But I was only knitting Grandpa's sweater, dearie.
What does that even mean? The hell's a contradiction?
I love this.
Oh, this is really cool.
This is so neat. Oh, you better stay. You better walk that.
I saw the defendant stab the victim. That is how the witnesses from earlier testified. By the way, juror number 3. What do you want? Can't you see I'm busy? In what way would you say the defendant stabbed the victim? Are you trying to test me? Like this, to the guy sitting next to him. That prudish bank clerk said so.
Indeed, Mr. Fairplay testified to that effect.
Now then, juror number 6.
What is it, sweetie?
How exactly did the defendant stab the victim?
Oh, dear me, from what I heard. It was like this, into the fallen bricklayer. That's what the driver said.
Now hold still just like that. Please look well upon the way you both are positioned. He stabbed the victim sitting next to him. He stabbed the victim who was already on the floor.
Oh, I see now. The ways the crime was carried out are entirely different.
What?
Unbelievable! How could this...
This means that the witnesses from earlier may not have been honest in their testimonies.
Huh?
Why would they lie? That I do not know yet. However, if the trial ends here, the truth will forever be lost to the darkness. Would you all truly be content with that, highly esteemed jurors?
I don't want that to happen!
Right.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
The great scales.
Wait the blazes! Wait! You two, don't listen to him. He is black-clad attorney. Yes, he's using some Eastern black magic.
Oh my god.
That Eastern black magic would actually be pretty useful right now.
Oi, black clothes!
Huh? Oh, what is it?
They're actually like a brownish black, but you know, whatever.
What's so wrong about these two saying different things?
Wait, what?
Well, consider this. First, the moneylender stabbed the victim next to him, exactly like this thug here. And then the moneylender stabbed him again when he fell to the floor, just like this granny's doing. If you're thinking of it that way, doesn't everything line up? Who you call the thug? I'll cut you.
Okay, well.
I'll cut you too for calling me a granny!
The jurors got into an uproar. Jury. But I can't help but feel that something wasn't right about the foreman's words just now. Did witnesses really see two different moments of the crime? No.
No.
Because he's saying that he was stabbed twice, basically.
Right. But the autopsy we have, let me look at it. The autopsy we have says that he was stabbed, a single stab wound to the abdomen.
Exactly.
So there's no way he could have got stabbed twice. So, no, it's not. No, it's impossible, right?
That's what I did.
My apologies, foreman. What, you black devil?
Okay.
Yeah, I know. What you said is undeniably impossible.
Well,
How? How could you say that so confidently? I was just trying to lead everyone down the right path as a jury's foreman.
The show didn't work.
Evidence. Yes, that's right. Do you have evidence? We say the witnesses saw different moments of the crime. If that's impossible to show your proof.
Mina, I really do hope you get into voice acting because you can do your reads really well.
I really do appreciate it, Danny. I mean, we'll see what life has in store. I mean, I would. It's just, it's rough with everything else going on, you know.
Right.
But-
I know. I just, you just do really good character voices, and I feel like the world needs to hear it. Anyway, sorry.
Oh, you're good. Well, all I can do is shove it in his face. Naruhodo, not that, no! Get ready for some decisive evidence. Understood. What? I'll show you the evidence. It was impossible for the witnesses to see two different moments of the same crime because... I believe it's, once again, the autopsy report, because it indicates that there's only one entry wound. So... Well, wait a minute. Is it that, or is it the photo?
Either, I think, but I did the autopsy report, and so far I think it's good.
Okay. There's an autopsy report in these documents right here. According to this file, the victim was stabbed only once. What? Only once? Do you understand now? If the victim was only stabbed once, there should be no discrepancy in what the witnesses saw.
Yes, you point that finger.
Guess I lost this round.
Heck yeah. Okay, so all that was scripted. I was so scared. I'm like,
Oh.
so freaking.
We did it, Naruhodo! If we can get just 2 more to change their verdict, then we can continue the trial.
Wait a minute, so can we not continue the trial now because it's no longer unanimous?
No, I think, what is it? How many changed their vote? 3?
Two so
Two.
far.
So they just need 2 more, so it's majority. So you need majority to change the vote
Okay.
instead of unanimous. I think it's unanimous for the guilty verdict because everybody needs to be on the same page, I think.
Right.
So I think that's why it's different.
Now, I just thought of something really quick. Is it only the defense that can have closing arguments? Because what would happen if we got it all white and then Lord Von Douchebag decides he wants a closing argument?
Well,
Or
I
is it-
think that's just on the defense's side because you have one last statement.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking. But that would have been interesting, though, if they tried to do that. But then the game would never end, you know?
Right, exactly.
Although we already see patterns of what the future things are going to have. Like,
Mm-hmm.
we know that, like, next trials, it's like, okay, we're going to have, everybody's going to go to the black, and then we're going to have a closing argument, and it's going to switch. But,
Well, I think it's like this because it's the first trial in Britain.
Right.
And I think the next trials that we do, it won't be like that. Like, they won't, hopefully they don't interrupt us while we're pressing, and they're like, oh, here's my mind.
right. I'm just kind of basing off gameplay patterns, but
Mm-hmm.
I could be wrong, you know? Anyway, let's just enjoy ourselves. Just 2 more. Well, come to think of it, there was something else in what they said that bothered me.
Yes.
There was?
Yes.
Then our next move should be to snipe at that.
Sniper, no, no, that's swiper, no swiping, sorry. I need to reveal another clash between 2 claims, huh?
Right. Let's do it. Look how cute I am.
The vote has changed, but the scales remain tipped toward guilty. Continue, defense. Resume your closing argument.
Okay, so what did you see? Oh, look, we can't even clash on this one.
Right. Because I think that's his first statement from when he said guilty.
Gotcha.
So it just goes back to so that way you just don't skip them.
Gotcha.
So, okay, let's see. 4 passengers and earning 20 pence. The driver's memory is trustworthy. There was no one else inside the coach, so it could have been only him. Hold on. I think it was... Fellows in the Coachman's Guild. Oh, okay, here it is. The Fellows in the Coachman's Guild, juror number 5. The Fellows in the Coachman Guild are honest. Our fee is always 4 pence, but if you go to juror 2, she says 4 passengers an earning of 20 pence. The driver's memory is trustworthy.
Oh.
That math doesn't check out. 4 pence for... Oh, wait, no. 4 people? Or 3 people?
Wait a minute. 4 passengers, an earning of 20 pence, that's 16.
Right, not 20.
There was a 5th person, wasn't there?
Exactly. Yes! And it's on the other side. If those 2 guys were sitting on top, and if they could see the, the place where they were sitting, then they saw somebody else and not Magundal. Magundal. I almost said Mugen from Samurai Champloo.
I never saw that show.
That's a good show with awesome music. You need to watch it. On top of the other anime, you need to watch it.
All your anime, like all the other anime. But yes, these clash.
Okay, clash.
Igiari.
Oh wait, hold on. Wait. I'm not there yet. There we go.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. There's a clear contradiction within these 2 statements.
A contradiction.
Bless you.
Pray tell what it is. Thank you.
Me? A contradiction? What on earth are you talking about?
I'm saying the name of the Super Blaze, I swear I know nothing.
God, I love that animation.
It's true that according to the testimony so far, on the night of the incident, the crime scene had 4 passengers. Furthermore, according to the driver himself, his earnings were 20 pence.
Correct. Such it is written in my flawless record.
On the other hand, Juror 5 said the following. The omnibus's fare is always 4 pence.
That's right, cheap and convenient.
I'm not gonna make the joke, I'm gonna say.
Oh, God, please.
One should expect nothing less from a cab.
Yet, if that's the case, a rather unnatural contradiction is born.
Well, what is it?
Well, 4 pence a passenger, 4 passengers. Now, how much would the earnings be then?
16.
Oh my. That's 16 pence.
Right. The sums don't match up. 4 pence is left over. That's just enough for a single passenger.
Look at him holding that sword.
Like, I know what I'm doing.
A single passenger?
Therefore, during that night on the omnibus, it was possible that there was 1 more passenger aboard.
Do it in blazes! I love this section.
Because something not like that, really. Drivers of the Guild are honest men, trusting the coaches first and foremost.
4 passengers and a mismatched sum? Rather unreliable, isn't it?
What was that?
Guildmaster, if the trial were to end here, unfavorable rumors might spread through the streets of London. Perhaps had the omnibus's driver overlooked a suspicious passenger's escape?
Now do you suggest that I continue this good-for-nothing trial?
Slap that book. Oh.
According to this book,
She did it.
you must send aloft the flame of innocence.
Whoa! Wait just a minute, you! Of all our views are finally lined up and now because of you! Oi, Beppo, show yourself!
Well, because that's going to make his business look bad. So this is affecting everybody at this point.
I really love this.
Me too.
Oh, how could this happen?
Pardon me, but I must do the same.
Hell yeah.
Majority, bitch.
What do you think you're doing?
At the end of the day, humans are creatures who may laugh or weep over a single penny. A man with such a vague memory on the subject is hardly credible.
What did you say?
I would like to listen to the words of the witnesses just a bit longer.
Unbelievable! 4 people had voted not guilty.
We did it, Naruhodo! We've won! A small victory! Oh my god!
My heart just exploded!
That's not good.
I
Uh-oh. Well, that was fun while it lasted. What do you think you're doing? Quiet, old man. I won't stand for any stupid lies. But we were meant to deliver a verdict that was won. I told you to put a sock in it.
Oh.
I want you to know who's lying through their teeth. So if they ever come knocking up my shop, I can shave their head with a slick knife. Let's not.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sir?
Oh, ooh.
Stop.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Stop.
Stop.
Stop that. So I guess Knifey is a barber then.
Yeah, barber in quotation marks. Oh god. In light of this sudden and unbelievable situation, the vote of the jurors has changed the result of the closing argument. 2 votes guilty and 4 vote not guilty. Therefore, the court acknowledges the misalignment of the verdict. And
And what was that again?
excuse me. And orders you all to resume the trial.
Oof. There we go.
No. Oh.
Sorry.
Now then, defend. Huh?
I'm sorry. No, like it's certain animations, the speed drops a little bit, so it sounds a little funky, but it's fine.
Oh. Okay. Now then, defense, prosecution, witnesses, return to your proper place. From this point forth, the court expects further deliberation on the truth of this case.
Now, my question is, will they, like, interrupt us again to put in their verdict? If we make a mistake?
See,
or is...
That's what I'm trying to think. I personally don't think that's the case.
You think it was just, like, this example?
Yeah. Because if that's the case, then we would never be able to move forward.
Oh, yeah, you're
you know?
right.
Like, so I feel like the whole thing about them interrupting us was because, hey, tutorial. Now, it's possible in a new case they'll do it, but them doing it again here, I'm doubting it.
Okay.
But you never know. We could be wrong.
Yeah.
Now, Prosecutor Von Zeeks, please proceed to your testimony once more.
Bruh, are you gonna share?
I was just like, hell no.
God, he looks like Dracula.
He does. I was about to say something really bad right now. Oh! Thank God I didn't. It was my desire to enjoy the sweet fragrance of this holy grail in these halls of justice. How impotent of me to shatter it without even taking a single sip. I plead for your forgiveness.
Prosecutor Von Zeeks?
What is with this extremely cold aura?
He pissed.
The prosecution has remained silent throughout the closing argument. We have lent our ears as a token of respect to the ancient code of law, as foolish as it is. But it would appear I have vastly overestimated the intelligence of the jurors. I suppose it matters not. The more obvious the truth, the harder it is to convey its validity. This is why our court arranged this meeting, to have the chance to explain the case at length. Zoom in. And now, it is the time to draw the curtains of the next duel. Oh. I request that the witnesses take the stand once again. I'm gonna miss his cape, though.
Oh, yeah, I like his cape.
I would have laughed.
Okay.
I would have left the cape actually fell on one of them.
Oh, that would be, it probably did. I'm gonna laugh this on the judge. Can I need to stop drinking so much water before...
No, of course. No, take your time. Take your time.
Okay. I'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
Woo. This is amazing. I am I mean, what I really enjoy of every single Ace Attorney game is that there is different gameplay elements, you know? But what I'm liking here especially is it's not just more so related to, if you want to say like a gimmick thing, like with the Magatama or the bracelets or things like that. There's more like courtroom proceeding changes that I really like here. So it does make me wonder, how do they go forward from this? How does the next game do it, you know? Ah. Actually, give me one moment, guys. I'm actually reading something really quick.
Okay. I have to get up again, and it's probably like 5 minutes, because I had to let the dog out. Nobody else is home.
Okay.
So it's just me right now. So I'll let the dog in a minute.
No problem. I mean, if we can just chill right now with the chat, if you want, or we can just continue going. It's up to you.
We could chat a little bit. That's fine. That way I don't have to stop again.
No problem.
How's everybody doing? Are you liking the stream? Yeah.
It's all good.
Shabrisi said, fun fact, Pharaoh, Beppo actually is Italian.
Yay! I do it my voice very nice.
I do put it in.
Ace 37 needs to change things up. I'm telling you, and it has to be on consoles. It has to be a console game. I think we can all agree on that, yeah? So, imagine how awesome that's gonna look. Oh!
That's...
Capcom better.
I love that. That's a really... I wish they would bring the jury concept of this into Ace Attorney 7. Because didn't Phoenix, work on a jury system?
Yeah, the Mason system in Apollo Justice.
Yeah, so why don't they bring that in with this?
I don't know. It's possible that they might still do something. But, I don't know.
I hope so.
Wait, what was that, Justin? I've been told that when all jurors will light up at one point, so expect big slowdown.
Oh, boy.
Okay. I mean, the slowdowns, when they happen in the game, it's small periods of time. So I'm okay with that. As long as it's not, straight up, minutes, where it's just slow, then that would be unbearable. But if it's, little animations that only take a few seconds, I'm fine with that. How long do you think we'll go for? Maybe another hour or so. I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting a little,
worn out.
Yeah, my chest. Not saying my chest hurts a little, but this cough, whenever I've been having for the past month and a half, it does wear me out. Period. And me constantly talking is getting to me. I can still, whenever I do my recordings, whenever I stream any other game, I'm not talking 100% of the time.
Yeah.
I'm not doing voices. I mean, you guys saw me anytime I was playing when I played Resident Evil 3. What? You guys, I was, reacting, oh, and then getting scared.
I still gotta watch that.
There's one scene that happened to Jill. I was like, ugh. Of course, many jokes were made, but... I gotta get back to playing that game. I wasn't gonna play Monday. Then I got busy. That I was gonna do yesterday, but then I had something important come up.
Oh yeah.
Which I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting antsy because it's already 2:45. I didn't hear anything.
Ooh.
but it's okay. Yeah. I'll probably get back into that game Friday, more than likely. And you guys don't know how hard it's going to be because I'm expecting my copy of Final Fantasy VII to come in on Friday. I might cry.
Don't you dare.
I might, like, I don't know, like, I'm getting, like, so anxious for that game. I don't know why. Like, I'm looking forward to that more than I did for Kingdom Hearts 3. But I guess it's because of what I experienced so far from the demo alone, and just seeing how this remake is actually going to be done and partaken. Like, I've avoided reviews. I've avoided people talking about it on Twitter. Like, I don't even know how long the game is. Like, I want to be as blind as possible besides the little demo I played. So, we'll see. So from your experience, the slowdown of all 6 jurors setting their vote at once can linger about 20 or 30 seconds. Ew. So, I mean, that's a little crappy. But, you know, it's the small thing that we have to, you know, deal with to get what we got, you know? Yeah, Resident Evil 3 is it an aftermath of CV? You mean Code Veronica? No, that's oh, Justin said right there. It takes place before and after RE2. Yep.
Why did oh shoot, my chat restarted. Okay, hold on.
Yep.
Sorry. Okay, I'm gonna go let the dog back in.
Yeah, take your time. 2 days from now, Final Fantasy VII Remake. You're so excited. Yeah, Nature, but don't expect me to don't expect me to do the LP right away on Friday. It's probably going to be after Ori and Will of the Wisps. So, because that one's going to take. No problem at all, Justin. No, 2020 is shit. Yeah, and very much so. Like, I'm not even going to bring up politics right now, but something happened in the political front today in the American politics that sucks for a lot of people, and just, yeah. Anyway. You can't wait to finally have a new LP to watch? Well, Ducky, I mean, I understand. I mean, in case you weren't aware, I'm not saying that you aren't aware of it, but I do have Ori and the Will of the Wisps and Murder by Numbers coming up. Yeah, excuse me, what was that?
Oh, I said I have a doggy with me, so.
Hi, doggy.
Hi, puppy.
He's focused on his treat right now, toy right now.
Oh.
Here.
But
stay right there and don't bother me.
But if you want those LPs to watch, I have those going on right now. Ori and the Will and the Wisp and Murder by Numbers. If that's not your thing, that's totally fine. Obviously, every game I play is not going to be for everybody. But Final Fantasy VII Remake will probably happen after I finish Ori. More than likely. So I'm maybe a week and a half, maybe. And also, it gives me time to record for Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Are you streaming that or recording? Because I missed that conversation. I'm sorry.
I want to record it. I was going to stream it, but after all these damn issues I've been having with streaming, I don't want to take the chance.
Right. Okay.
And I want to look at Tifa in all HD gloriness, so, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
That's right. And Jesse?
Will your videos be longer?
Probably. I mean, I keep going back and forth on my time limits of my videos. I mean, I know, like, before it was like 20-something. Now I'm, like, at 30-something. Now I'm, like, at 40-something. The problem is I don't mind making long videos, but then it just means that there's more editing and more time and rendering and less videos that come out. It's a little everywhere, you know?
Yeah, I get it.
Fun fact, the team actually hesitated on making the Van Zeeks Scottish. Oh, God.
Oh, gosh. Puppy. What? You just here.
What are
Here.
my favorite characters so far? I think it's still a little too early to tell favorite characters, but well, Susato was awesome as hell. I mean,
She's so cute.
but it's hard for me to pinpoint a favorite character because I mean Naruhodo, he's awesome as hell, but also I hate saying generic, but we've yet still learn more of him.
Shake.
Freaking Sherlock.
He's such a dork.
But he is pretty awesome though, so I don't know. It's hard for me to pinpoint.
High five. Yeah. Alright, I'm ready. Puppy is occupied and good to go.
Oh, you mean people just recording the new game? You'll check it out. Oh, okay. I apologize if I misunderstood, Ducky. But yeah, no, I'll play that game and I'll love it.
Hey Pixel, welcome to the stream. How you doing?
Did you get the pun in the names of the main characters of Murder by Numbers? What? Honor Mizrahi? Honor Mizrahi. I don't know. Probably not. Okay.
Okay.
That was a break we all needed.
Yeah.
Whew. I still feel a little blah, but it's okay. Wait, what is this? Oof. Broadway's gonna remain closed until June 7th.
Oh.
Ouch. Wait, the pun is Scout's honor? Oh! I thought you were talking about the names itself. I didn't think like a phrase. Oh. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, here we go. You ready?
Yes.
Here we are.
Witnesses, I presume you've all heard the closing argument just now.
Yes.
But of course,
Oh, sorry.
Yep, you're good.
Oh, I heard it, sir. I said sorry to the dog. I accidentally eat him.
Oops. Oh, yeah.
Witness, as I recall, you are the coachman Beto, correct?
Yes.
If during oh, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. My audio spiked up for a second. I'm like, what?
Ooh.
If during the testimony earlier you purposely kept quiet about a fifth passenger at the scene, you will find yourself with a criminal charge. Do take that into consideration. Is it Mario or Luigi?
It's both. I don't know what I'm doing anymore.
Mamma mia!
Okay, I didn't say that.
The court now orders the witness to provide a second testimony. Namely, testimony regarding the numerous doubts that arose from the closing argument.
All right. Numerous
All right.
doubts. There were 4 passengers that night, truly, but it's just,
at that time, as a passenger, I was told the coach fee was 5 pence, you see.
On top of being scammed, I was forced to see something so horrifying. Too much to bear.
Mr. McGundle stabbed the victim. What I saw is the unshakable truth.
I do believe that he stabbed him, yes.
Just shaking.
I need my fix.
Oh god. So what exactly does this mean?
The 5th passenger was that our Japanese attorney prattles on about never existed. The root of it all is the mischief of that coachman there.
Hey!
Oi, Beppu!
Yes, boss?
Oh,
In the fee that the coachman's guild agreed on was supposed to be 4 pence, and you pocketed an extra penny, didn't you?
Well, it was cold, and it was the last dispatch. There weren't many customers either.
not very proper coachman conduct, it seems. You're going to be fired.
Oh, I am sorry.
Beppo, you prat! Thinks your credibility is taking a beating?
But sir, just the week before I had to pay 10 pence to ride the omnibus.
Bollocks!
5 pence times 4 passengers? That makes 20 pence. I've calculated it 10 times over, but the results refuses to change.
Well, yes, it won't.
Oh, but Judge has got a little ponytail in the back.
Does he? Oh, I missed it.
Yeah, he shook his head and I was like, ah! Puppy, no, I'm not talking to you. It appears that one of the doubts had been clarified. Oh, Jesus. Hold on.
Oh, no problem.
Puppy, come here. Ow. Come here, sit. Lay down. Lay down. Thank you. In any case, attorney, the court hereby has ordered you to begin your examination.
The closing arguments serve no function other than prolonging this trial. I pray that you do your utmost to entertain us.
Of course!
Come on, by the end of the last trial, I don't want you to have shifty eyes in you.
Well, it makes me wonder, does he have shifty eyes in the second game?
Huh. Okay, so did anything stand out to you?
I mean, that last statement saying he thinks he saw him stab him. There's that. I'm also trying to remember, like, the evidence that we have. Don't forget that we have the knife, which we're still a little unsure about, but this ledger is a huge thing because Oscar's name is in it. But issue is, I don't think we have anything yet to, like, present that to, you know? So...
Huh.
But it's like right here, it's like he wants to say something. Hold on.
Wait, where?
The first statement, actually. He's like, truly, but it's just It's like, what were you gonna say? You know?
Press?
So let's press, yeah. There were 4 passengers, but the fare you collected was not 4 pence. Is that correct? It's not like the last trip on a cold winter's night is going to make any money anyway. It's far too cold. My horse and I were halfway to dropping where we stood. That sounds pretty rough. Indeed, I should be congratulating myself. A bang-up job, Beppo, I would say. I'm sure those feelings would have just made me charge that extra penny. Well, don't act like you were forced to do it. If there really was a 5th person aboard the omnibus that night, then there should have been a chance that he or she was the real killer. At the time, a passenger, I was told the coach fee was 5 pence, you see. I guess that's fine. Oops. Wait.
What'd you do?
I went backwards, not forward.
Oh.
On top
I
of,
was forced to see something so horrifying.
I mean, I assume you're talking about the killing, but let's press on that too.
Yeah.
When you say horrifying, you must mean the murder, right? Yes,
yes.
Sorry, go ahead.
It's okay. Yes, precisely.
He does have a little ponytail thing going.
I can't imagine anyone who would want to see another person getting stabbed.
Well, to be honest,
I didn't actually, see the moment it happened, per se. So, is that so?
There is another who did indeed witness the incident. The banker.
So Mr. Ladyfirst didn't actually see the moment the victim was stabbed. I wonder if there's a particular reason why he didn't.
I heard the sound of the banker gasping, and I looked down at the skylight, but by then all I saw was the knife stabbed in the victim's chest, and of course I saw the blood. Ever since then, whenever I'm having a meal, I see a table knife, I can't help but shriek.
Okay.
Mr. McGundle stabbed the victim, and what I saw is the unshakable truth. Puppy!
Should we press on that too?
Yeah, come here. Up.
Well, the defendant stabbed the victim in the seat next to him, correct?
Absolutely. Have you been listening to me?
Why hesitant then?
Right.
This has been bothering me for a little while now. For a second, just before answering, he seemed too hesitant unnaturally. Well, what's more, wasn't there only 2 people sitting inside the omnibus? At present, we found nothing that indicates that there were any other passengers. In any case, what's stopping you from handing down your verdict right now? I've got a bad feeling about Mr. Fairplay's testimony. What could it really mean?
So does that mean we need to present something on him?
It just seems weird that we present the ledger right there, hold on. Mr. McGundle stabbed the victim. What I saw is the unshakable truth.
Oh, shoot.
See, my thing is, it's like, yeah, we could present the ledger showing that, well, this is the reason why you're saying Mr. McGundle stabbed the victim, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you have a reason to say whatever, but it seems a little weird because I don't think it's like full-blown proof as to what he's saying in his testimony that he saw him stab him, you know?
Yeah. I accidentally hit next, and it's at the end of the last statement, so it went. Sorry.
No, you're good. I'll do that too. Moments ago, this trial was about to come to a close, but somehow we've managed to keep hanging on. I need to uncover some new information in this cross-examination, no matter what.
However, if we were to just thoughtlessly press these witnesses, you may end up revealing information that could prove to be decisively against our case.
But if I let that scare me, we'll end up losing the vital information we need as well.
Indeed, you are correct.
At any rate, I can't let even the smallest reaction escape my sight.
Okay, so somebody's supposed to react to something.
Mm-hmm.
So if an unusual reaction catches your attention, question them with everything you've got.
So we pressed pretty much all of them.
Did we?
Well, the last statement, I don't know, did we take a look at the second statement?
A second?
Yeah, I don't think we did.
That time the passenger I told about... No, we didn't.
Let's press.
Listen.
Incidentally, you collected 5 pence from everyone on board, correct?
I paid 5 pence.
Oh, naturally, I paid 5 pence as well. I'd receive 5 pence from everyone. Good grief. It would seem that this contradiction of yours was not a contradiction at all. And with that, your supposed phantom killer was vanished into thin air as well. He never even showed up in the first place, though. Alright, so let's do the last statement. Because this is, I do believe.
You stabbed him. Great.
Well, just now, you testified that you witnessed the moment that the victim was stabbed. Yes! If I recall, the victim was lying on the floor and stabbed with an underhand grip. Perhaps I misunderstood.
What are you saying now?
If I recall correctly at the time, while driving my omnibus, I heard a scream ring out from the rooftop seats.
That was probably me.
And then when I turned to look, yes, that's when I saw it from the skylight. The victim was on the floor and the knife was sticking out of his chest. The one hand holding the knife was that local celebrity over there. Yes, sir. You mean to say that you didn't see the moment the defendant stabbed the victim? Up until now, I was convinced that I saw that happen, but... Well, now that I really think about it, it would be far too convenient if I'd actually seen the very moment it happened. Oh. I'm questioning you.
Question.
Shut up!
Well, if I may, Mr. Fairplay? I can see through you all. Right now, I bet you all are thinking, well, it would be far too convenient for him to have actually seen the very moment it happened. Aren't you? Well, be that as it may, Mr. Fairplay's getting pretty worked up. Depending on my answer, I might be able to squeeze new information out of him. You just happen to catch a glimpse of the crimes that was committed. Is that plausible?
Oh.
What happened?
Do you have choices? What happened?
Yeah, I have 2 of them. It can't be, and it could have happened.
Oh, I guess I wasn't looking when I clicked, and I think I don't know what I clicked. Oh crap.
I'll continue then. I'll just click the same thing you did, but what's it saying on your end?
I select it can't be.
Okay. Well, it's a nice story, but I don't buy it. That is, not unless you had a peeking through the skylight for the entire trip. Peeking? I'll have you know, I'm a baker from a big city. Why, my honor as a baker, my memory is crystal clear. My memory of that dreadful scene.
If you please, witness.
Yes, my lord.
Please add what you recall the scene to what you witnessed to your testimony.
Oh, all right. Okay, you can count on me. I'll never forget the sight of his hands, both covered in blood after the stabbing. Bitch.
Ah.
Not both hands.
Just one. So we present the defendant's gloves.
That's what I'm going for.
Do it.
Igiari.
Ow, puppy. Puppy, stop.
Both hands were covered in blood, then? Well, maybe covered is a bit of an exaggeration, but... Anyway, his hands were stained red and with blood. Both of them clear as day. I'm sorry, but something seems fishy here. What? These are the gloves from which Mr. McGundle was wearing on that night. His gloves. These gloves do have dark stains on them. However...
Ow!
As you can see... No, you're fine. Only the right glove is stained with blood. Oh! What the hell?
The hell?
Dude. I'm not gonna make the joke I'm thinking of.
Don't.
Therefore, Mr. Fairplay, your testimony is nothing short of foul play. God. This can't be. There's no way.
You're lying, young man.
Huh? Yep, you made it clear as day. Oh, you're looking... Okay. Mr. Fairplay, if your words were lies, then your entire testimony should be called into question. What you said... When you said that you saw the moment the victim was stabbed, was that really the truth? All men make mistakes. You can't accuse everyone of lying.
Yes, we can. This is the whole point of the court.
Indeed.
Good.
It was just one hand rather than both. Ultimately, the fact that the gloves were bloodstained is unequivocal. However, Mr. Fairplay insisted that he was absolutely sure. It's possible the witness has been deliberately lying to us. Why must I, reputable bank clerk of the city, be forced to go through this? Even though I'm an upright, innocent gentleman with nothing to hide. Fairplay supposedly has no reason to lie. But is that really the case?
Naruhodo! If you could prove that he does have a reason to lie, I believe the direction of this trial will change entirely.
Do I have evidence to show that he had a reason to forge his testimony?
Yes.
I do. My lord.
What up? What? Sorry. What is it, attorney?
The defense is ready to present evidence.
Evidence?
This witness has reason to lie in his testimony regarding Mr. McGundle.
Very well. Now, I must order the defense to present their next piece of evidence. What evidence will prove that the witness's testimony may have been a lie?
Puppy, stop. Stop.
The ledger!
The ledger. No, puppy, you can't play.
This is Mr. McGundle's account ledger. In other words, a list of people who suffer because of this usury. Among the people who suffer is a name that should be familiar to everyone here. Oscar Fairplay.
What in the world? Witness, did you borrow money from the defendant?
Oh, no, I wouldn't go so far as calling it borrowing.
You're a baker, boy.
You borrowed 20 guineas. That's quite a large sum, isn't it? Good. So what? What's the big deal about it? If by any chance Mr. Burgundle was declared guilty, what might happen to that debt of yours?
According to the document, this was a private loan from the defendant. Therefore, if the defendant were to receive the death penalty, the contract would be annulled, and Mr. Fairplay's debt would essentially vanish.
Vanish?
Now, Mr. Fairplay, through this false eyewitness testimony of yours, were you trying to make your 20 guinea debt vanish?
Oh.
Good. I thought you said Mega Man there for a second.
Man! Order! Oscar Fairplay!
Yes?
Get your raggedy... I will ask you once more. Keep in mind that your answer will have tremendous import.
Okay.
Did you truly witness the very moment the victim was stabbed by the defendant?
His silence tells us all that we need to know. Mr. Fairplay, you haven't told us the truth. Wait, please. Certainly, I may have gone a tiny bit too far. A tiny bit? Really?
Really?
However, at the very least, if there's anything I can claim of confidence, is I saw on that is the blood I saw on that criminal's hands. But remember, we only found traces of blood on one of his gloves. Yes, but
Excuse me, might I have a moment?
What is it, Mr. Lady First?
The truth is, I have some recollection of seeing that as well.
seeing what?
The culprit's hands, stained with blood. And it really was both hands. I think.
What?
It appears that we need to request another testimony on what these witnesses really saw and what they did not see. Is that agreeable?
Yes.
Naruhodo, the tables seem to have turned in this trial.
Yeah, you're right. This might finally be the chance for our counterattack. Ow.
Sorry.
All right, what you really saw.
God.
Well, both of the culprit's hands were stained with blood. I remember it clearly, I swear. But I suppose you could say that I did not see the instant the defendant stabbed the victim.
I recall both the knife that stabbed the victim and the blood in the murderer's hands as well.
I only heard the scream from the roof seats. I didn't see anything.
Either way, if there were any other passengers, I think we would have all seen them. Which
Really?
that's the problem. I'm pretty sure that's the only statement. I think that's the only statement we have to press. I think.
Yeah.
Puppy, stop. Astounding.
You bastard! Sorry. The dog.
No, I know you're talking to the dog.
Stop! Jeez.
Witnesses, you didn't see the moment the crime was committed.
I am deeply sorry, but judge me, lord. There were no other passengers in the omnibus, and the culprit's hands were soaked in blood. I think that's the same as having seen it.
No, it's not the same at all.
Verify it once more in the interior of the omnibus. As the testimony states, the seat is stained with blood from the moment of the crime. Hence, it could be said that the circumstances overall have not changed in even the slightest.
Now then, attorney, I order you to carry out the cross-examination.
Yes, my lord.
Now, which statement you said?
The last one, because
he's talking about how there's no...
Damn it!
What happened?
Sorry, I went one more too far.
You're good.
Okay.
You can keep track of the statements if you saw that the little dots on the right.
Yeah, I got eager.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry, you said the last one?
Yeah, because this is either way, if there were any other passengers, I think we would have seen them. That's not the case, because remember the image they kept showing us where they saw two people sitting next to each other?
Yeah.
You can't see them if there's anybody in front of them. Now the thing is, what's weird... Oh, that's right, McGundle didn't... He said that there was nobody else apparently, because then he said he fell asleep. I think we know where we're going with this, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to say anything just yet, but I'm gonna go ahead and press on this statement.
Okay.
You both witnessed the incident from the rooftop seating area, right? Yes, indeed. The seats felt like they were nearly frozen solid.
Ew. Yeah, I saw it too, all while shivering. Copy. If I may ask, why were you gentlemen sitting on the roof in the first place? Okay, I'm sorry. I need to put him up. Ah!
No, you're fine.
No. Oh my gosh. Ow, puppy! Okay, that's it. You're going out.
This is sometimes the downside of dog ownership, ladies and gentlemen. It's just... Yes, we love our pets, but sometimes it can be a little much, you know. You guys should have seen how Benji was a couple days ago. Yesterday, but more so 2 days before, it was raining very heavily here, and Benji gets scared with the thunder and noise like that and heavy rain, so he just kept going back and forth. He was jumping on me, jumped on my dad.
So freaking sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
He thinks it's playtime, and he just kept biting me, and I'm like, stop! Okay, sorry.
You're good. Yes, well, you see, we were entirely unable to enter the omnibus. You were unable to enter? Well, why couldn't you enter the couch? I mean, the coach, damn it! The coach was locked from the inside. We even knocked, but we weren't let in.
Oh.
Okay, I think we know where this is going.
Mm-hmm.
How much longer are we going? Just quickly, I wanted to adjust this. I'd like to go until this is to be continued.
Yes.
So, wait, it was locked? Well, that's right. An omnibus should be open to all. Whose bright idea was it to lock it from the inside?
I had the same problem. When I went to knock, it looked like they were shooing me away from inside. So because of that, we sat on the roof and watched them through the skylight.
In fact, you can even say we were glaring at them. And that's why we both say the following with the utmost confidence. Had there been another person inside, we absolutely would have seen them. This fact is as clear as day. What's going on with this testimony? So they could see everyone inside a coach through a skylight, huh? That may be wrong.
Yeah.
No, Mr. Fairplay, please confirm this for us once more. While aboard this omnibus, the both of you witnessed the incident through the skylight while seated on the roof, correct? Indeed, that's correct. Well, in that case, it seemed that there was a place inside the coach where you couldn't have seen the passengers. What?
But that can't be!
Now, at this time, I might not be able to make this claim with absolute certainty, but when the incident occurred, there's a distinct possibility that there was another person riding inside the omnibus. You can leave your pointless speculation for the Eastern Court's attorney. No matter what, the burden of the proof still falls on you. For, as you see, the crime scene sits right over there.
Very well, defense. The court demands an answer. Show us by using this cross-section of the omnibus. Show us where another passenger could have hidden inside the omnibus. The right couches, right?
Yep.
There we go.
These roof seats are set up facing the same direction as the omnibus moves in. As for the inside, the seats are made to face each other. So at that time, the rooftop passengers' field of vision through the skylight was like this.
Oh!
That's right. Now, as you can see, they couldn't have seen the seats that were opposite the victim and culprit. Therefore, if there was another passenger in these seats, then it wouldn't have been impossible for the witnesses to overlook them. Good. So you're saying that it's only possible that there was You're saying that it's only possible that there was another passenger seated inside? It would seem that misdirection is but one of your country's vile practices.
Indeed, evidence is absolute in the courts of the Great British Empire. This also applies to your supposed mystery passenger. However, if you are prepared to name this person, then it's a different story.
Naruhodo, can you do it?
Do I have a good idea of who it could be? Do I know who was sitting in the witness's blind spot?
Do we know?
No, I don't.
Uh,
Oh, hold on. I'm gonna look at the court record real quick. No, because these are all the witnesses.
mm-hmm.
I mean, these guys were sitting on top, from what we believe, they say. Beppo was driving. He's the victim, the prosecutor, the defendant. Interesting, it would be hard. You know what's interesting? It says here he's the second highest judge in the Empire.
Who?
Vortex? It says here he's the second highest judge.
Oh.
But yeah, like, the thing is, too, what motive would any of these people have to be the kill motor?
Right.
I do want to say I do not know.
Okay, I think so too. It makes the logical.
Right. I hope I didn't mess up. We'll see. It's no good. I just don't have a clue.
So long as you stand here as a Japanese man. There are times when you simply must press on, whether you think you can or not. Right?
Well, I mean, I guess I can't really say no. Oh, that's but thou must. All right, I get it. Time to press onward.
Oh.
We're screwed. The defense.
God.
The defense would like to present that person's name. How preposterous! How many glasses do you have, man? Jeez.
A lot, apparently.
At the same time, look at Godot. Look how many coffee mugs he had.
That is true.
Did we ever find out who kept sliding it over to him?
Nope.
Such is a stopgap response of one who does not know his standing. Know well the weight of the obligation you have just placed upon yourself.
The court requests an answer from the defense.
This is a chance for the counterattack I've been waiting for. Well, on that night when the crime took place, the person I believe was sitting in a blind spot is...
I don't know. We don't have it. No.
Like, I am actually legit confused. Because now I want to say that... Oh, you know what?
What?
Because I was thinking about this, and I wanted to say this might be it, but what about the victim? Because remember, his hat was facing down. So, it makes me wonder
I wish I can take a look at the court record. Because I just keep thinking back to the testimonies that they had. Like, McGundle said that he was sleeping.
Hmm.
And then... the person that I believe was sitting in the blind spot...
Well, because... I don't know.
I am very iffy about this one.
The person that I believe is sitting in the blind spot. I think you were right. I think it is Mortar.
And then the guy that they saw through the skylight could be the actual true culprit.
Right. And so probably what would happen...
But what about the blood? The blood is on the other side.
Hmm.
I'm gonna take a chance. I'm gonna present Motor.
Okay.
Don't click that.
Okay.
The person in this blind spot is obviously this person. I have no idea what train of thought that could have led you to that conclusion, but... Oh, he's putting me in my place. Your answer just now proves only one fact. The only thing filled with blind spots is inside of your own head. And there goes the penalty. Ah! It looks like I was wrong. Naruhodo, right now we are serving as Mr. McGundle's defense. So if he did not commit the crime, then... Huh? Well, that's right, but... this other person in the coach must be the true culprit. Oh, you know what? I think it was vice versa. Because I should have believed... The blood doesn't make sense, you know? If he was on the other side, fine. I think it's McGundle who was on the other side. Well, that's true, but... So what? The witnesses saw was the victim and the true culprit? There we go. So if you get it wrong, the game basically tells you, duh! Well, we might have misunderstood the truth all this time. If we assume the witnesses didn't see Mr. McGundle, they were where Mr. McGundle had been sitting. Okay. So, yeah, I had my logic backwards. And
that's okay.
I should have made a distinction like, hey, the blood. And I did bring it up, but I decided, I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna go for it. Alright, but yeah, it's McGundle himself.
Yeah, that's right.
The passenger that the two sitting on the roof overlooked must have been Cosney McGundle. Cosney?
McGundle? But he's the defendant himself! Oh my god, dude!
Okay.
You are like littering everywhere.
How impotent of me to shatter the holy grail in the halls of justice. I plead for your forgiveness.
Lord Van Zeeks!
To think I would believe that your tiny overseas nation possessed what we call civilization. It appears that I overestimated you.
What are you trying to say?
I shall tell you, uncivilized exchange student who knows nothing of logic. At the time of the incident, the defendant was sitting next to the victim. The witnesses have testified as such. Is this not the premise of this entire case?
Well, it could very well be that. The premise itself is wrong.
What's this now?
If we assume that Mr. McGundle was next to the victim at the time of the incident, then an unresolvable contradiction arises.
A contradiction?
These are the defendant's leather gloves. These two witnesses unanimously testified to the following. The culprit sitting next to the victim had bloodstains on both his hands.
However, the truth is that there was only blood on one glove. The importance being, when confronted with this evidence, their testimony did not change.
Their testimony didn't change.
Yes, even now, these two witnesses still claim to clearly remember blood on both hands. Therefore, that memory is the truth. That's how we must look at it. An unknown third party was sitting next to the victim. What's more, blood must have stained both of their hands. And just who do you suppose this third party is? I don't know. The true culprit, of course.
What? The true culprit? Order, order, order! This is absolutely...
The defense's claim is entirely baseless. The witnesses testified that they distinctly saw the defendant. However, Mr. Fairplay also said this in his testimony. Because both of them were wearing hats, I was unable to make out their faces. Right. It wasn't possible to see their faces from the skylight.
Oh, yes. Yes, they were both indeed wearing hats. As a hatter, I pay much attention to people's hats. In that case, what kind of hats were the two people wearing?
I suppose I happened to forget.
What happens to you being a hatter, huh? In any case, it is impossible that a third party was inside the coach. And how can you assert that so confidently? If that person did happen to exist, the defendant, Causing McGundle, would have said so himself. Yep. Or perhaps you intend to claim that even the defendant himself overlooked a true culprit inside the coach? Gah!
Gah!
Beppo's a small man.
He's like,
He's right. If there was a third person inside the omnibus, it's difficult to believe that Mr. McGundle wouldn't have known.
Oh, order! The court believes that there is a very simple way to find the answer to this question.
And I presume that would be to request the testimony of Causing McGundle himself.
Yes. What is the prosecution's opinion on this matter?
Naturally, I'm opposed.
Your reason being?
A suspect should report everything he knows to the police upon interrogation. But it's possible that there's something which Mr. McGundle didn't mention. Causing McGundle is a league apart from those foolish small-time scoundrels. Eh? Were he to have concealed any information, then he would have had some reason for doing so.
What is the defense's opinion?
Well, my lord, should I ask for Mr. McGundle's testimony?
Yes?
Yeah?
In order to know the truth behind this murder, we need to hear what he has to say. The defense asserts that we must hear the defendant's testimony.
I believe we should hear what these 6 jurors have to say as well.
Well, I was just in the middle of thinking about it.
I would like to hear what Mr. McGundle has to say.
Ain't it obvious we have to? Hurry up and drag that guy out here.
Thinking about it logically,
We must hear his testimony.
Well, when you do something, you go all the way. That's the law of the guild.
I'd love to hear from the man who funded such a beautiful park.
That's right. We all want to hear from him.
in that case, the court will request testimony from the defendant. Bailiff, bring him to the stand immediately.
We're not gonna take a recess?
Or to be continued, maybe?
Right?
What really happened that night? It just might become clear soon enough.
To be continued? Damn it.
Duh.
Do you just want to stop? Or do you want to keep going?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It's like I really would like to continue going. It's just I'm a little like I'm getting worn out.
Me too.
And I don't want to ask people when there is going to be a to be continued.
Right.
Well. Oh, well. No, it's okay, guys. I'm reading chat. I mean, they do say we're very, very close. And so, and I understand, like, I would prefer not to have that. I get it. I already read it. You know, it happens. I mean, well, if that's the case, I don't know. Because the thing is, like, if we do continue, I mean, I'm not sure how much longer we got.
Right.
At the same time, if we stop, we'll just continue, period. You know,
Right.
Even at a to be continued. So.
Do you just want to go till 4 and then see what happens?
Actually, yeah. I didn't really even realize what time it was. Yeah, let's do that.
It's 3:38, 36, I think.
Okay, yeah, let's go on for until 4. See what's what.
Okay. Now, the trial is to resume. Defendant, have you been listening to the trial thus far? Oh, crap. Of course, my lord. We seek the answers to 2 questions. First, does this so-called third party in the omnibus really exist? And second, if this person does exist, why did you withhold this information from the authorities? Oh, dear me, how impressive you all are. I can't hide anything from you. That's who he reminds me of. Fulbright.
Oh! Yeah?
Yeah, the goofy detective.
Yeah? Yep.
Okay. Sorry.
You're good.
What is the meaning of this witness?
To tell you the truth, I've been unsure whether to mention it or not.
Mr. McGundle.
Well, it's just as the good barrister says.
Barrister, yep.
It's true that there was another person inside the omnibus that night. There was a third passenger? And I let that passenger escape from the crime scene.
What? It's bothering me so much because it's like now we know possibly how it happened, but it's like we have to wait until the game acknowledges it.
Yep.
It's too late for such a weak excuse, Causey McGundle.
Oh, I'm really very sorry, Lord Barack Van Zeeks. Why, oh why did I not tell the police as soon as I was arrested? Honestly speaking, my reason for doing so may be a bit questionable. And that reason was... I didn't want to get an innocent youth involved in this incident.
What's this?
If the police knew of her presence, she would surely be suspected, arrested, and maybe even brought to court. I wanted to keep that from happening. One can't wound the hearts of youth when they have their whole futures ahead of them, right?
Wait, what the hell is he talking about?
If it's who I think it is, I'm going to be very upset.
Huh.
Oh, then, who is this innocent youth you speak of? Well, I wouldn't know. You wouldn't know. After all, I met her by chance in the omnibus night.
There is not a single reason for us to trust this man's fairy tales. The prosecution has said the defendant's remarks are not worth listening to.
Perhaps that young lady is, even now, watching over my trial from the audience of this courtroom.
Huh?
Ah!
Let's...
Smoke!
Fire! There's a fire! Someone's running away! Go after them! It's all good. Wait, what's going on?
Not a hurdle, we're in danger! Get close to the ground!
Bailiffs, don't let the defendant escape! Secure the omnibus!
The court declares an emergency recess. The bailiffs will capture the defendant and assist in evacuating the... What the hell just happened?
We were then forced out of the courtroom by the bailiffs. Everyone wanted to get out first, and it was destined to mayhem. Descended into mayhem. And they tried to figure out... As they tried to figure out what was going on, the trial was momentarily suspended. Yay!
Ah! Yay! Okay, good. I'm glad we kept going.
All we had to do was wait 4 minutes.
Yep.
But either way, even if we did stop then and then continued, it's like, oops, you know, it's like our videos.
Yeah.
Oh.
Woo! That was a long first part trial, but a really cool closing argument things.
Oh yeah, I absolutely love the closing argument. Absolutely.
That is really fun.
But it does make you wonder, it's like, well, how many times can you have a closing argument in a case, you know?
Right, because
So-
it's like, oh, so close.
But that is a cool mechanic. I really do enjoy it. I don't know, like this game is just awesome. Like I'm super intrigued of the story of everything. I don't know. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, it's really good, and I'm super excited.
Now, here's the thing. If I wasn't recording this or I wasn't voice acting any of this, I would be playing this nonstop. Simple as that. But this is, in my opinion, this is the downside of recording and streaming and things like that, because you have to force yourself to go at a snail's pace.
Right.
And also, that's what's going to suck regarding Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Oh.
That's a game I want to play nonstop, but I'm going to have to force myself to only play like a couple hours whenever I get the chance.
Right.
Me no likey. Anyway. Well, that is going to be it for today. And then next time, I guess I'm going to go ahead and go on a whim here and say that there is no investigation portion.
Yeah.
Because straight up, the evidence and the scene is in the courtroom. So I'm doubting there's going to be an actual investigation, which I'm fine with.
Yeah. Maybe the next one will have both.
Maybe, yeah. That's what I'm thinking. But yeah, that will be for next time. Not sure when exactly. I'll let you guys know whenever we figure out something.